Hello everyone. What's going on? Defcamp here. How's everybody doing on this beautiful day here in the wetlands in Azeroth? What an amazing day today, guys. We've got another spot of news. Yes, another spot of classic WoW news. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it, but I can't. It's just amazing. If you guys caught earlier, we did a Good Morning Azeroth with myself. Let me turn this music down just a hair. With myself, Melderon, Cargos, and Dudendane. We talked all about the news, but I feel like I got to talk about it a little bit more, guys, because I'm just very happy today. We oh, one sec. Let me make sure I got this out here. Okay. Let me put it in the Discord. One check, people. All right. Here we go. Let's do a little ad here. All right. Send it. And send it. So yeah, guys. Another spot of news today. Beautiful day here in the wetlands. Oh my god, I'm just so hyped up. So hyped up today, guys. So, if you haven't heard, we've got some more news today from the Classic WoW developers, spell batching in Classic, and we'll explain what that means in a second. I'm sure you guys heard earlier. What's up, Druider? How you doing, brother? What's up, Atticus? How you doing? Doing good. Beautiful day today. Yes. How you guys doing? Hope you're enjoying this awesome day. More news, guys. I can't stress enough how awesome this is that we've gotten. 4 messages, 4 weeks in a row. And it's all positive stuff. I mean, the spell batching thing, the loot trading. Doing great, man. I'm super pumped about the spell batching. Same here, dude. I mean, it's not classic WoW unless you can see 2 warriors charge each other and get stunned at each other at the same time, right? Doing so well to choose an undead priest for classic. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Undead priest. So, guys, real quick. This weekend, I'm going to be doing some more streams, and I talked to a lot of you guys about this. What's up, El Mustachio? How you doing, brother? I talked to some of you guys earlier this week about this. I'm going to be doing some streams where I'm going to be going into some of the older raids, like Molten Core, like Onyxia, like BWL, and I'm going to be doing like a deep dive kind of in the dungeon, in the raids, and showing you, my experiences in those fights, what to expect in those fights, kind of exploring the raid a little bit, maybe about the lore, about the places, stuff like that. But that won't be today. That'll be starting this weekend. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that. So again, like that will be this weekend. We're going to start with Molten Core. We're going to have, and the thing is, I'm going to do it on my character over on retail just because I don't want to get banned doing it on a private server. So I'm just going to go into those places because the Molten Core hasn't been changed at all. Some of the raids have, so we're going to have to figure out. I'm sad there was no release date announcement, Defcamp. Mitchell, I know, I am sad, no release date yet, but I think we'll hear something soon. We're getting closer and closer to summer. I mean, it's springtime. It's getting nice out. The birds are chirping, baby. It's going to be really soon. I think, we were talking about this a little bit early in the GMA, but I think it's going to be soon. I think maybe June, July. I wonder if it's possible to make BM hunters work in raids dungeons. People only talk about Rhett, Ellie, Boomy, etc. That's a good point, Mustachio. The problem with BM hunters in raids and dungeons is your pet is going to die a lot, and with BM, your pet is like a lot of your damage. So that's, I think, the biggest issue is, yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to tell the healer to make sure he heals your pet and keep him up. But it's doable. I mean, leveling as a BM hunter, a lot of people have their pets in there and stuff like that, so. Going to be the end of August, probably. Orc Warrior all day over here. I love it. We were talking a little bit about orcs and how the stun resist works. I don't want to get too much into it because Melderon, I don't have Melderon here. He's the PhD. He's the doctor. But basically, guys, that additional 25% does not equal 25 plus 15. It's not how it works, but you do get around 20% total. You know what? If you want if you want to learn more about that, watch the GMA when it's up there. We'll talk more about it. Hail Defcamp. What's up, Zohan? How you doing, brother? How the hell you doing? Tarn Shaman, says Nigel Black. That's, dude, I love it. I'm gonna play a Tarn Shaman, not as my main, but as my alt. Stun resist is too OP, I know, but dude, listen, okay? I love War Stomp. You know, War Stomp Chain Lightning, War Stomp Lesser Healing Wave, dude. That's my playstyle. I love that. What's up, Crimson 28 in the house, dude? Crimson 28. What's up, brother? Atticus says, yeah, it's like 15% reduction after the 25%, so it's like 15% of the remnant, 75%. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I'm not too good at maths, you know what I'm saying? But my brother Melderon, he's got the PhD. He's the smart one. He'll probably know a little bit more about that. Elemental for me, that's, dude, Aki. That's what I'm saying. Elemental as a Tarn is just beautiful. I love that. Love that setup combo with the War Stomp. I don't know, man. Like, Elemental Tarn Shaman for me just is beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own thing. Exactly. Same shit, different day, brother. Iron Will, 5 out of 5 in Prot Talent Tree means an extra 15% resist on top of that 20 stun resist, so 35. Okay. So 15% on top of that 20 stun resist. Okay. Okay. What's up, Perfect Stealth? Hello again. Hello again. We're already talking about the stun resist thing again. I shouldn't even mention it. I shouldn't even mention it. Oh, yeah. So, I love it, guys. I love you guys. Tarn all day. So, guys, if you were here earlier at the GMA over on Cargos' channel, we were talking about this news, the classic WoW news, another spot of news with the spell batching. And stun resist rabbit hole. Yeah, dude, we're going down the stun resist rabbit hole. What's the TL? I've created a monster. You have Melderon. By the way, I'm going to start putting out some vanilla content soon. Mega Goblin and I are going to work on a video later this week. Super excited about it. I'd love to get us all together to talk. Absolutely, Atticus. Guys, you heard it here first. Atticus is going to be working on a video soon. Make sure to check him out later this week. You go ahead and give him a subscribe now if you want to. That would be awesome. I'm just here stalking 3 lions while they're killing Bang. Oh, dude. They're killing Bagthera and STV. I love it. Oh, dude. Stalking 3 lions. That's the other thing, man. I want to make a rogue so bad. Rogue is my very first class. And I miss my rogue so bad. So bad. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, we got the Streamlabs working, guys. I don't know if any of you guys stream, right? And had to deal with the Streamlabs OBS thing, man. It's working, okay. I had tried my hand at streaming a little while back, and Streamlabs was working fine. It was working great. I had everything set up the way I wanted it, and my alerts were popping off. People would subscribe, and it would make this notification. It would say, "Oh, thanks for subscribing," all this, that, and the other. And now I got a new version of the OBS, and it just like crapped out on me. Everything went away. Everything changed. I don't know what the hell happened. So, if you or Mel need help with anything stream related, let me know. I haven't been doing it since the Justin TV days. Perfect Stealth, I could honestly, dude, I could use a lot of help. So you see me here streaming now, right? This is like, one of my first 10 streams, whatever. But I'm like an old grandma when it comes to technology. I'm like, why isn't this working the way I had it yesterday, working perfectly fine? I am really bad with technology, but I do understand the memes. So batching confirmed. Is this real life or just a fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Spell batching is real. It's here. We're getting the 1.12 version. So let's read this real quick. I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm not going to put it on the screen here unless you guys want to see it. It's going to be pretty small, but I'll just read it off to you guys real quick. I'll read the first paragraph. Since we first announced World of Warcraft Classic. Oh my god. We've seen questions about spell batching. While we never really eliminated spell batching in WoW, we did change how and how often we process batches of actions coming from players. so you're less likely to notice that processing in today's game. We've been working to ensure that in Classic WoW, the gameplay of activating spells and effects will not differ from the experience of playing original WoW. So here they're saying, guys, spell batching exists. It existed in Classic. It still exists now, but it's a lot different than it was back then. Spell batching back then, basically, without going more into it, a lot more information was sent in one batch. Today, it's like, there's a lot of batches going here and there, more information is going up, so there's more information going up per, say, in 1 second. More information is getting sent out in today in retail than it was back then. So you're getting bigger batches back then, so you had things possible like 2 warriors charging each other and stunning each other, 2 mages polymorphing each other, and that really added to the playstyle of vanilla and the feel of vanilla. So, very important stuff here, guys. Yes, I will ask stuff. This is real. Oh yeah, I read. What is spelled? Yeah, we're reading it right now. Mad Demonix 100. So next onto the chopping block is hopefully going to be sharding. I hope so, Crimson. Oh my god, what the bannelings. All these vids have me hyped for Classic to play on naughty servers before retail or not. 2 or not 2? That is the question. You do it at your own, if you want to. I'm not even saying anything else. So, okay. It was relatively common in the original game to see a warrior pummel a mage who simultaneously and successfully polymorphed the warrior. Right? The mage suffered pummel damage, but did not get spell locked or school spell locked. Because the mage didn't get interrupted. Right, okay. Let me read that again, I'm sorry. The mage suffered pummel damage, but no spell school lock because the mage did not get interrupted. This could seem paradoxical, but it could happen because the pummel and polymorph were both in the same batch, and were both valid actions at the start of the batch. For the most part, things like this don't happen in modern WoW, but they still can. It's very rare. It doesn't happen very often. We've made improvements to the batch frequency, so there's more batches going out and more time, and the game is much more responsive than it used to be. Still, if you manage to get both a pummel and a polymorph into a tiny processing window in modern WoW, you'll experience the same behavior as an original WoW. But again, guys, it doesn't happen as often. Back then, the technology was limited to certain things, but that's what made the playstyle feel the way it did. The technology was limited to have only, 16 debuff slots, which is what we got to. And that really, in turn, made the playstyle feel unique. It made it feel different. That's what gave it its classic feel. As we got on to later versions of WoW, being only able to put certain spells on the boss really made you think about what classes to bring, really made you think about what abilities to use, what specs to go to. And this is in that same vein to me, right? Because it is technologically limiting in a way, but it created what made the game feel, in essence, that vanilla feeling. You know what I mean? So, Defcamp, what zone would you like to live in? Bro. Talked about this a little bit on GMA. So, I personally myself, I would love to live in Winterspring. I think Winterspring is the most beautiful zone. I love wintertime. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love the cold. I hate bugs. Hate all kinds of bugs. And I love that warm feeling you get while being in Winterspring. I love the ambiance. I love the zone so much. I love the quests in the zone. I love the mobs in the zone. I love Everlook. I love the road. I love everything about Winterspring, man. It's where I hit level 60. It's where I did a lot of my PvP. For me, Winterspring is just my all-time favorite zone, and it's also where I'd love to live. So that is mine right there. You'd love Canada? I probably would love Canada, dude. I live down south in America, so I live in Philadelphia, but I lived down south a couple years ago, and there were these house centipedes down there that were like this big. Dude, no lie. They were the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. And ever since then, I always hated insects, but ever since then, I'm done with living in these hot tropic climates, because it's really humid down there, too. It's, disgusting. Does the old spell batching mean that you can use stop casting macros and have your spells still go off depending on your MS? I guess that's more depending on your latency, Nigel, and less on the batching, because I don't think it has that much of to do with the batching, if I'm not mistaken. It has more to do with your latency, because if the actual server reads that you put that spell into the queue, into the effect, it's going to go into the batch no matter what. But if you actually let go and hit, your stop macro, but the server read that you hit it, I think that's more due to the latency, less due to the batching. If correct me if I'm wrong. Hey man, what about key press spell activity? Will it be activated on press or key let go? We have special add-on for that in private servers. Yes, and I use it. So yes, guys, back in the day, this is a really good question, Patrick. Really good question. And I'm pretty sure on the server, on the demo, Patrick, it was working as it did with that add-on. So basically, guys, say you have Frostbolt on number 1, right? That's your keybind for Frostbolt. You hit number 1, but when you push down on it is not when you start casting it back in vanilla. It was actually when you let go of the button is when you start casting. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the demo it was how it is in current WoW. As soon as you press down on the button is when the cast begins. So I'm expecting it to be like that, but I don't know, and that's something we really, I think, need to get confirmed still too. Hello from sunny California. What's up, Antonio Lowell? How you doing, brother? Hello from here in the wetlands. Now we're here in kind of sunny Philadelphia, so that's a really good question though, Patrick. I'm really interested to see what. Honestly, I think we're gonna probably have the way it is now and the way it is with that add-on. So the add-on is called, I forget what it's called. Ice something, I forget exactly. But basically, exactly what I said. When you hit that button is when the spell starts, and not when you let go of the button. So, Ion, what's up? Ion's in the house. How you doing, brother? I didn't think Blizz would go so far to add this feature. Really happy to see they're willing to go that far for us. And guys, this is like the main thing about all this. The fact that they're willing to go this far and really, and I'm going to read this right now. I want to read this last part. So just bear with me for a second, guys. So, as with many other areas of WoW Classic, listen to this sentence right here. Authenticity is our primary concern. It used to be the norm that combat flow and PvP balance were defined and tuned in a game where spell messages were resolved less frequently. There was a single game loop that preceded all messages sent and received every server tick. Nowadays, the game processes multiple loops for messages of differing priorities. Spellcasts are high priority and have been for a long time. For Classic WoW, we're moving spellcasts to a low priority loop that will cause them to be preceded at the frequency that best fits how the game actually played in version 1.12. Two mages will be able to polymorph each other somewhat reliably, resulting in two sheeps nervously pacing around at range. Two warriors will be able to charge one another, and the end result will be both warriors standing stunned in each other's original location. We think it'll be fun to see those sorts of things happening again. We think it will be fun to see those sorts of things happening again. That sentence right there, and this sentence right here. As with many other areas of Classic WoW, authenticity is our primary concern. It's not about quality of life. It's not about, the most technologically advanced things. It's not about what people think it should be because that's how it is in retail. This is about it being fun and it being the way it was. And I think those two sentences are key into how they are looking at Classic, into the way they want this game to be developed. Because, guys, is it a little weird to have two people sheep at the same time? But that's how it was in vanilla, and it's fun. And it's really cool to be able to do little things like this, and to just puts a smile on my face, and to know that they're going this length for authenticity. it just makes me feel like, okay, they're going to keep going this length to make the game feel authentic, to make the game feel the way it should. It's a huge, 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 huge win for us, guys. I can't stress it enough. Even though this might be something small for some of you guys who think spell batching isn't that big of a deal, honestly, I think it's huge. Pogren said, "What's up, Defcamp? Can't stay for the stream. Just wanted to pop in and say hi, my dude. Hey, what's up, Pogren? That's okay, Pogren. You're not missing the big stream where we're doing the deep dive into the dungeons. I know you were really looking forward to that one. That's going to be this weekend. So love you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, guys. What's up, Mind Vision? Mind Vision, my boy. How you doing, brother? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? And where are my Virginia peeps at? Anyone? I don't know, brother. Didn't go and play the demo. It's like the demo it'll be with the add-on retail. Like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Patrick. Greetings from the Sungandese Mountains of Colorado. Ooh, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Goddamn bomb Denver. All right. So, is the batching going to make it harder to pummel a spell last minute to get the most downtime fighting casters? Is it going to make it harder? Is it going to make it harder? I don't... Possibly, because, I mean, listen, right? For the most part, I don't know if it's going to actually be harder. I think you're just going to have to maybe not wait till that very... And it also depends on your latency as well, like... I wouldn't say harder, though. I don't think it would be harder to do that. I hope that Classic will be available for Max, for fuck's sakes. Let's pray we don't get any add-ons for launch. Yeah, I don't think we will, dude. Are you still playing? I am still playing Mind Vision. I'm still playing on a... we call the server Voldemort. The server that you know that I was playing on. And I still play occasionally. I have some alts that I play on. I joined another guild, and but I'm just very casual right now. Just waiting for Classic, working on some stuff, working on the channel and some streams and things like that, hanging out with the fellas over here. Can you imagine how cool it would be to play Classic WoW with no add-ons for many weeks? I am really looking forward to that, honestly. I really am. Okay. Where's that release date, dude? I don't know, man. They know the damage Activision has done. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Okay. Authentic macros. The issue Legion client doesn't have the same. Night and day cycles. Ooh, night and day cycles, baby. You know, that's another thing. Night and day. The storms of Azeroth, right? It doesn't rain as much in retail because people complained that you couldn't see. I can't see. Like, that kind of shit. I know. And I hope. So that's another thing, guys. Like, what are the things that you're looking forward to hearing on these blue posts? So let me just name some things off, and I'll try to remember what I was talking about earlier. So I am really interested to hear anything about right-click reporting, really interested to hear anything about sharding, really interested to hear anything about the release date. I'm really interested to hear anything about graphics as far as, you know, will there still be the toggle in there? And I'm sure there will be, but there were some other things I noticed, such as wanding animations. Are we going to have the cycles? Are we going to have the rain, the snow? Shit. There's so many questions. I had so many more, but I want to hear what are some of the things that you guys are like waiting to hear on some of these blue posts, because honestly, we talked about itemization a little bit. Are we going to get the last itemization? Are we going to? Is it going to be like tier 1 version, the first version, or are we going to get the last version of it? I'm pretty sure we're going to get the last version, but I know they talked about itemization in the form of we won't be getting those 1.10 items in BRD when it first comes out. It's going to wait till 1.10. But there's still so many questions that need to be answered. And I think some of the big ones, though, like we talked about the right-click reporting. We talked about cross-faction talk. That's another good one. Don't want to see cross-faction. I don't want to be able to look at someone, right-click on someone, add them to friends, and then possibly be able to talk to them cross-faction. That's a huge thing. Atticus says, I think it would be much easier if the spell batches are essentially bigger, which is how they were saying it will be, and it shouldn't give you a bigger window to pummel. Yeah, I mean, I think so, honestly, yeah. I could be wrong, though. I'm hoping for a midsummer release. If they say have Classic summer, and it's released in September, it's a big FU in a way. Yeah, John, it's a great point. They did say it'll be a Classic summer, right? But If you get it at the last week of Classic, that's not a Classic Summer. Harder was the wrong word. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to think what are the other things. Jesus, I had it earlier on the other thing. But okay, so I think soon we need to hear when the actual Battlegrounds are going to be coming out. Are they going to be coming out phase 2? That's another thing. How long are we going to be looking between phases, right? Because honestly, between phase 1 and phase 2 shouldn't be as long as it is between phase 2 and phase 3. What is going to be the longevity of Classic? Are they going to try to recreate the longevity that actual vanilla was out for that 2.5, whatever it was, 2.5 years that it was out? Or are we going to get that, or are we going to get a shorter version? I honestly want it to be as long as it was in vanilla. I don't know about you guys, but y'all, what up for the date of release? That's what everyone wants to hear. They just want to hear the release date. Everyone's like, fuck everything else, I want the release date. You got 2 weeks. I am taking only one, sadly, dude. Honestly, guys, I would love to take a good amount of time off. It's all contingent on when the batches start and end. Honestly, it's us to us, dumb luck. Yeah, dude. I want progressive servers. So do I, Alka. I want progressive servers. Okay. So here's the other thing. Server sizes. This is a huge one for me. What our server size is going to be. That is something I want to know very soon. Personally, I don't want to see above 3K. I want to see 2.5 to 3K. I think that window right there is just perfect. And I think within that window, honestly, there's no need for sharding. I really don't feel like it is. Like, yeah, it's going to be a little hard when you first make a character to, you know, get nodes, to get mobs, but that's for me, that's the feel that I want. I want to be able to meet people, to talk to people, to have that chaos, because, you know, just like the AQ event, it was that chaos, it was that massive amount of people. Imagine if the AQ event was sharded. Like, would it be anything like it was? I mean, come on, the AQ event sharded, to me, that's like sharding the launch experience. I want the launch experience as it was. If we have 2.5 to 3K servers, I think that's okay. 5K is getting a little big. I mean, I'd be okay with 5K, honestly, I would. I think 2.5 to 3K is kind of like the magic number. I think 4K is sweet pop. Yeah, I mean, honestly, 4K, like, only a week, you know, and we'll be level 30 in that time. Yeah, we'll see. So they're saying that sharding will only be within the first week, right? But I don't know, dude. Sharding is trash. The idea of sharding needs to stand and fire. I love it. Atticus. 1K release, 5K in 5 weeks. So yeah, okay. So imagine this, right? Imagine you join a server. Say you join a server with myself, Melderon, you know, Cargos, all those guys. We're trying to join a pretty healthy size server. So imagine say it's a 2.5, 3K max. Imagine it's a populated server, 3K, right? You create your character and everyone logs on together, and you have this just mass amount of characters. A lot of people who really are interested into just grinding and get to level 60 as fast as they can. To me, a lot of those are the guys who really don't, who potentially would like sharding because they just want to go off on their own thing and do it. And I mean, I'm not trying to say that everyone who wants to do that wants sharding. It's not true at all. But for the most part, it'll make the leveling process easy for a lot of people. But I don't think that's what it's about, okay? I think it's about getting people together, getting the community together, getting that feeling together of this is classic WoW. Like, I want to be able to group up with people, you know, maybe even get a raid going, like a 40-man raid, and let's go raid the wetlands, you know? Let's go raid Dun Moreau. Like, while everyone's off leveling, let's do these fun things. I want to have fun, dude. I want to have fun. And I feel like sharding is just going to hinder that. It's going to, and like Cargo said this himself, it's the feel of the server. Each server has its own story, right? So the server that someone else plays on, that say, you know, Soda Pop and Asmongold, those guys, it's probably going to be a lot harder to level over on those servers because there's going to be so many people. If you join a low pop server, that should be a reward to you that you don't have to deal with the craziness at launch. I mean, it's still going to be a little bit crazy, but nowhere near as bad as it was. No way they can shard it. It's too iconic of an event in vanilla with the chance it brings. That's, yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Everyone always remembers the first day of madness in WoW. I remember the first day in TBC going through the portal with hundreds of ally and horde fighting. It's memorable. Dude, Arleth, great point, dude. Do you remember when everyone was funneled into Hellfire Peninsula? Oh my god, that was such it was a shit show, but it was something you will never forget. And that's kind of like my point, right? Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, it's going to be a little fucking nuts. But honestly, it's going to be memorable. It's going to be really fun, I think. And you know what? If you want to get ahead of the pack, you can still do it. You might have to do your exploration XP. You might have to do, you might have to, play like Cargos earlier was saying, being a Tauren has a lot of pros because not that many people play Mulgore. There will be less of a battle in Mulgore with mobs than there will be in Durotar. So that's a great point. I honestly, I don't think there's a need for charming, Mad DMX. Just like you said, I don't think there's a need for it. 3K people is not that much. I mean, yeah, it will be a fight. It will be a struggle to get nodes and shit, but it's not going to be that bad, dude. Like, a lot of people are remembering, if you played on the Voldemort servers, guys, at launch, they had 14,000 people, okay? 14,000. And their fix for it was dynamic respawning. So basically, if you guys didn't play on the server, when there was a group of people together, a high amount of people, the dynamic respawning would kick in, and it would make mobs basically spawn quicker when there was a lot of people in this area. And you would get instances of like mobs just spawning on top of each other, just craziness. People running out of a gammon crypts with like 20,000 mobs chasing them. It was pretty funny, but honestly, it was a mess. But that was their way of doing it, and that was with 14,000 people, though. I mean, you minus 10,000 people from that, it's gonna be a lot different. Yeah, you're still gonna have a struggle a little bit, but it's enough. It's not to the point where it's gonna be like you can't play. Yeah. You might have some trouble, but that's okay. Like Classic WoW, and Melderon said this earlier, if you're looking to play Classic WoW and not have to deal with things like this, like Classic WoW is really not a game for the impatient. It's not a game for the people who want quick things, who want, that hold your hand type style of game that retail is. The patient man is rewarded in Classic WoW, 100%, and you are rewarded for the time and effort you put into it. Loktar Ogar for the Horde, I love it, baby. Good old spell batches. I plan on leveling a Night Elf Hunter. Rip. El Mustachio, the question is it a female Night Elf Hunter? If it is, then that's an extra rip, brother. I'm sorry. Loktar, friend, that's right. Platinum WoW in the house. Dude, the Kobold mine in Loch Modan was hell on the Voldemort servers, dude. It was. I gotta say though, I didn't level Alliance on this way around, but Agaman Mills, oh my god, dude. Let me just say to you guys, I would much rather deal with no sharding and no anything than dealing with dynamic respawns on those Voldemort servers the way they were, because it was ridiculous. It just made it so ridiculous. Zug. Dynamic loot spawning based on active server population could work, says Crimson28. Would be better than sharding. More people online, mobs spawn a little faster, just not too extreme. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that might be better than sharding, but for me, I don't think either will be needed if we have a 2.5 to 3K server size. So that, I think, is something really important. I hope we hear soon is server size. And if we do hear the server size thing soon, and we hear it to be 2.5 to 3K, then I think we should make more of a push for no sharding. I mean, that's personally how I feel. But you know what I'm saying, guys. The right-click reporting, the no cross server. Will there be, I don't even want to bring this up, but the in-game shop things, I want to make sure none of that's in there. I know we're going to keep hearing more stuff, right? More stuff is going to keep coming. The question is, I just hope it stays on this positive note, because they've really, really, really made it sound like they're listening to us. I mean, they are. They're listening to us. They're getting our opinions. And I said this before, guys. I really 100% feel like the reason why we've had this rapport with the Classic WoW dev team and the retail people don't have it is because we kind of stand together on a lot of topics. We really want Classic WoW to succeed. We want it to be the game we all know it can be, and we, for the most part, want the same thing. So we have a much better rapport when talking to the developers, because over on retail, they are hearing 100 different things of what people want. We want the game to be as it was. Authenticity is key. Let's stay on that vein. Let's keep going with it. Let's do that in every aspect of the game, guys. I think if you stay on that topic, you can't lose, right? Just remember, before anything, authenticity, authenticity. If they keep on that vein, dude, we'll be fucking good, boys. The hype is real. The hype is real. Netherwing TBC server has like 4.5k online. It's okay. I will deal with whatever they decide, says Tina Fisher. I just got to get out past the huge spawn of friggin' humans in Stormwind area. Yeah, that's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Tina Fisher. Atticus says, the in-game shop can accidentally taunt the boss mid-fight. What? NBA 42. Imagine a 40 level boost with a free mount for $60. No way, dude. I can't imagine it. Oh my god, what the Benelink says, right-click reporting seems dumb. If you are an ass, it will go around and your reputation on the server will be ruined. So the right-click report is pointless in a way. Absolutely agree with you. Oh my god, for the Benelings. Classic is a game where the community does the policing, okay? To an extent. But I think that is just a great point. Sabeaver in the house. Sabeaver, I have to give you a shout out, Sabeaver. Okay, Sabeaver, if it wasn't for you, I'm gonna say this right now, you have been so much help to Melderon, especially when it comes to these blue posts. Guys, within a minute of that blue post coming out, Sabeaver reached out to Melderon and said, hey, look at this, check it out, and Melderon made a video with it. I mean, dude, that is awesome. Sabeaver, I absolutely love you for that. You are amazing. You are a god. Thank you so much. I mean, look, dude, look at this. This is just, we have amazing people in this community. Amazing. I said, hey, S-Fan. Oh, you're saying to me. You think I look at S-Fan? Okay. I was like, wait, S-Fan is in the chat, isn't he? Perfect Cell said, this is why I love this game. I was an STV and needed to kill Bagthera for Panther Mastery. I said Udin to a nearby Nelf Druid / pointed at the mob, and he ended up helping me. Dude, if that's not beautiful, I don't know what is, man. That is classic WoW right there. That is, oh, I love that. That is beautiful. And then you should have killed him afterwards. No, I'm kidding. Imagine how much love Blizzard would get for taking out sharding. I guess we want... You know what? That's a good point, Arieleth. Maybe they made the demo the way they did. They did the sharding. They did all of this. So they made it look really bad. And now they're just going to, one by one, take away all these things to make themselves look better. If they were smart, that's what they would do. Blizzard, if you're listening right now, this is your chance. Just undo all the things that we don't like about the demo. And, which, you know, you're starting to do. Just keep going down that road. Take away sharding, and I guarantee your image, at least in our eyes, will get better. It already is starting to. So you heard it here first, Blizz. 4 strength, 4 stamina, the belt. Snackpack says, I definitely want the true vanilla authenticity, but some of the changes they've mentioned I'm finding myself supporting pretty easily. Example, 2-hour tradable raid drops. Yeah, you know, I honestly would rather see the non-tradable raid drops, but I can see why a lot of people would go for that. I mean, personally, myself, I'm not too big a fan of that, but okay. I agree that, you know, I'm just really happy that they took away the dungeon. The dungeon was the biggest problem, because you would have people running, you know, friends together, everyone needing on this one piece, and that one pug getting screwed. I think that... And they listened to that. That was huge that they took that into consideration. Hey, Def. Really love what you're saying, but one issue. What happens when you on a server that dies down after a couple of weeks? When maybe players just trying Classic out and deciding it's not for them? That's a good point, Matthias Hartman. We thought about... one thing they could do is potentially merge servers that kind of didn't do too good at launch. So say you had some 3K population servers, 2.5K. Say you had one that got really like 500 people, another one that has like 1,000. They're both East Coast. They're both PvP. Potentially merge those servers, but you would have to do it very early on, and that's the problem though when you merge servers, things like that. So they could offer, like they did back in vanilla. Remember, guys, this was a thing back in vanilla. It was late vanilla. The only paid service that you could get back in late vanilla, very late vanilla, was paid character transfers to different servers. That was a thing in vanilla. It did happen. So that could be a possibility. However, if that's what they had to do, I think there are other things they could do. They could merge certain servers. They have to be really careful with how they do that, though, and with what servers they do that. But I do think there are possibilities to that. But remember, again, there are people who like to play on lower populated servers. So for the most part, unless that server is actively being hindered because of the low population, like they can't progress or do certain things, I think then and only then should Blizzard either merge them or allow some kind of transfer or anything like that. But again, it only has to be to the point where that server is really being hindered. I mean, you literally can't exist and be toxic in Classic unless you have a giant guild that does everything with you that is just as toxic as you. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, what comes around goes around in Classic WoW. If you haven't watched the etiquette guide Melderon and I have made, it is a great, great, great guide. I think that if you're not used to Classic, if you're not used to what the Classic world is all about, I would check that out. It's just basically, I mean, to bring it all together, it's just what comes around goes around, right? Just don't be a dick. Because in Classic WoW, people will remember you. It's a small server. That's the other good thing of the servers being, 2.5 to 3K. People will remember you. If you did something good, they'll help you out. If you're getting ganked, if you're getting, killed by 3 people, people will come over and help you. And when they do that, carry that on. You might feel more inclined to help that person next time, to help somebody else. So like karma in Classic WoW is so important, and it's legit. That 4-strength leather belt was on point. Thank you, Patrick. All right. Defcamp, what do you think is the number one thing out of all the things about vanilla that everyone has been talking about thus far that is the most important for Blizzard to get right? I think sharding. Okay, says B. The most important thing to get right. The most important thing to get right. So you're talking about just regarding of the things that have been on the topic lately? Like, so we're talking about loot trading, sharding, right-click reporting, all these things. The most important shit, man. That's putting me on the spot. God damn. Right-click reporting, possibly, Melderon. Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at the whole picture, I think sharding is pretty big, especially if we're looking at sharding outside of the 1 week that they said they would. But even if it was just the 1 week, so imagine this, right? Because I think, guys, honestly, if they implement sharding in that first week, there's a good chance they will implement it again during things like AQ event. I don't know. I just don't know. But I think it's just safer to say let's keep sharding out of Classic completely, because who knows what would happen down the line. They see that it's been implemented. They can do this. I'd rather it be taken out completely. Right-click reporting is really big too, guys, because it takes away... Yeah, that's what they said. I know. That's what Ion said. So right-click reporting is really important, though, because honestly, when it comes to the kind of game Classic WoW is, people will get mad a lot. And I said this before, but 100% def, no sharding. It's a slippery slope. Absolutely loyal. But the thing about right-click reporting is, right, like Classic WoW is a game that people will get pissed off a lot. You're going to steal people's nodes, people are going to camp you, people are going to die a lot, people are going to get triggered and want to right-click report people because they got mad. You can't have that in the game, especially in a game where people who never experienced that are going to be experiencing it for the first time and think that, oh, I'm getting harassed because this guy killed me. Well, you know what I mean? He's 10 levels higher than me, he killed me, I'm going to report him. No, dude, that's not how Classic works. So I think right-click reporting is a really huge issue as well. Um, Sharding is also, I think it's a slippery slope. I really do. Um, Putting sharding in at all is a slippery slope. I honestly agree, dude. I do. So I don't know what's the most important, but there are a lot of important topics. I don't know. It's hard to say what's more important to me, because they both, in essence, are just completely anti vanilla in my eyes. Anyone else want to see the corrupted block incident again for a few days at least? RC reporting lets you avoid resolving conflict yourself. Exactly. You know, you can't. And that's another thing about Classic, dude. It forced me to put myself out there. Classic, honestly, made me grow as a human being, like, more than any other game. Any other game easily. The fact that I had to put myself out there, the fact that I had to fight for what I believed in and for what I wanted, really kind of molded me into the human being I am today. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but Classic WoW really, really, really molded me into the person I am today. More so than a lot of other things in my life. And if it wasn't for the people I met in Classic, and I talked about this before, you guys know a lot about my past, about how I had a lot of issues with drugs in my past, and how Classic WoW was that really important and positive escape for me. If I didn't have that, yeah, things would have ended up a lot differently. But, you know, the fact that I felt safe enough to talk to people, I felt, you know, I had this camaraderie with people, I had this really strong connection with people, whether they were in my guild, whether they're in my battleground, whether I was leveling with them, whether they're in my dungeon group, I felt more open and more inclined to talk to these people because, you know, they understood what I understood. They loved the same game I loved. And honestly, dude, if you get people who don't understand that and try to play the game as if it was retail, not talking to people, not interacting with people, not grouping with people, trying to steal, you know, kills off of you, this, that, and the other, it's just gonna hurt them in the end, honestly, because, you know, yeah, it might piss you off once or twice, but they're the one who people are going to remember and say, this dude's a dick. Don't group with him. This dude's an asshole. Fuck him. Let's not even invite him to our dungeon group. So honestly, they're going to be the ones that are punished in the end. And that's what I love about Classic WoW. It really punishes the person that deserves to be punished and rewards the person that deserves to be rewarded. I fucking love that. What other game does that in this way? And it allows the community to really shape itself and hold each other at what's that word? Hold each other at accountable. Yes. Oh my god, Foot to Fat Battle Link says he is harassing me by sitting on top of my corpse and killing me every time I rest. I can't play the game. Please ban him. Exactly. Oh my god, what the fuck? Little Malm says RC reporting is a pre-made BG will be a problem like it's in retail. Absolutely. You know, we watched a video where someone went into Battleground, right-click reported this one person. They said, oh, everyone right-click report this person. And he got banned out of the Battleground because he was the only healer on the other team. Like, it's ridiculous. There should be a person behind there actually, you know, saying, okay, this person did something or they didn't do something. I mean, it's out of laziness. It's out of, I'm not going to say that 100%, but it's out of cost, right? They don't want to hire people that have to investigate this kind of shit. Community is everything in MMOs. Absolutely GTA, especially in Classic WoW. 130 people in here. Hype. What's up, everybody? So definitely Classic WoW helped me develop a lot of crucial social problem solving skills. Absolutely, Atticus. I love that. Same here, brother. Claw, what's up, Claw PHC? How you doing? Big time. You have to develop social skills, bartering skills, teamwork, understand economy, rewards, research. Beautiful. I love that. I love that, Claw. The Pundit says, I hope they have RP PvP realms on launch. Having that fear in the open world makes RP more immersive. 100% the Pundit. I can't wait to hopefully play on an RP PvP server. I really cannot. I'm probably not going to main on the server on an RP PvP, but I definitely will have an on RP PvP server without a doubt. Backsplash ignore is always an option too. There you go, John Kevin. Red Fire says, what would you never want to see added to Classic again? While there was some okay things added with Kata, I never want to see that ever added back to the game. What would... Oh, you mean... So what are some things that I wouldn't want to see added to Classic again? Oh, you mean like changes that happen over time? So, I mean, almost everything that happened like post Wrath. I mean, you know, when it comes to the homogenization that became that when it came to LFR, LFG. I mean, there's so. I mean, I could go on and on about that, about all the things that I hate about. But probably the thing that was the worst that ruined the game, probably LFR. I mean, I know it just maybe not. See, a lot of these things together really killed the social aspect of the game. LFR was a big problem because, you know, anything that you can click one button to join a group and instantly get teleported to it, and then you don't have to interact with anyone, you don't have to strategize with anyone, and you still get a piece of gear that could Titan Forge. I mean, Titan Forging is another fucking thing I hate so much. So much. You can get a piece of gear that Titan Forges to equivalent of what someone is doing in Mythic raiding is just absolutely ridiculous to me. I mean, how is that person being rewarded? Like, you know, when the same person who's doing Mythic content is getting the same... It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. What's the difference between PvP servers and RP PvP servers? As in, what type of role-playing is it? So, usually, Ian Fisher, it is in the RP community, it is usually more acceptable to RP to have backstories. Most of the time, you're really supposed to have RP names, so you couldn't just roll in there with a name like XXX, you know, most crits XXX, or like I kill nubs. You know, really can't roll in there with like a name like that. You kind of have to stay to, and it depend. Every RP server is a little bit different, but for the most part, on RP servers, people are very serious about their role playing. You know, you have to, in essence, kind of stay in character all the time. And, you know, some servers are a little bit more hardcore than others, and some guilds are a lot more hardcore than others. But for the most part, like, I like to RP in the sense that I like to imagine that, you know, I'm this undead priest who, you know, came from the, like, I'll have a little bit of a backstory. I'll have a little bit of a connection with my character, because I like what that undead priest to me is. It's this person, you know, who's this disgusting, disfigured, just like ugly motherfucker, and inside he has this, you know, purity of light. He's this holy priest who just has this darkness inside of him. So, you know, it's the difference of having that little RP aspect compared to having this, you know, role-playing aspect that you have to kind of keep up at all times on an RP server. Titan Forging can get crushed. Dude, I hate Titan Forging. I fucking hate it. Battle.net 2.0 was the beginning of the downfall. That's a good point. Good point, Thor. No flying. Yeah, flying definitely killed World PvP in a big sense, man. Like, World PvP, whenever you gave someone the ability to just mount up and fly away, I mean, guys, how many times have you been chased down by people? I got chased from... I'm trying to remember. I got chased from the bottom of Fellwood all the way to outside Everlook before. And it was pretty epic, but, like, you know, I was on my rogue. No, I'm sorry, I was on my priest. And it was a paladin, I think. And he kept on catching up to me. I would fear him. I would mount back up. He would run. He would catch up to me. I would fear him. And it was like this constant chase. Eventually, he got me. This was while I was 11 on my priest. I wasn't 60 yet. He was 60. But, I mean, you know, just shit like that is fucking awesome. You can't do that. You can just fly away, get away, stay in the air, and never come down. You know, it's kind of stupid. Flying killed the mystique of vanilla. It really did, dude. And also, like, wall jumping for me, and I would love to see wall jumping in vanilla. I would love to see it so bad. Not even that, but, like, getting underneath Stormwind. The first time I got underneath Stormwind, so this is my very first character, my rogue, I don't know if I told the story before, but I was just basically sitting in the trade district, sitting there, and I got a whisper, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to see something cool?" And I'm like, "The fuck? Okay." You know, usually that's how like a weird porno would start out, but that's not what happened. So I see this person. He's like, "Come over here." He takes me to this, you know, the arch over the trade district. He's like, "Jump over here." We jumped on this, you know, next to this little lamp, and then all of a sudden, and then he disappears, and he's like, "Do exactly what I did." And then all of a sudden, I fell through Stormwind, right? And it was like this amazing experience. And I then became that person who would whisper people. I'd be like, "Hey man, you want to see something cool?" And then I'd show them how to get underneath Stormwind. But I remember the wall jump in Stormwind City next to the bank, where you try to get up on top of that house right there, and just being able to try and get on top of the houses in Stormwind, like not knowing what's up there. Oh my god, is there something hitting up here? Is there something, like, what's in there? I just thought it was so cool. And then you can fly, and now everything is just like, oh, now you can see where everything is. And I don't know, it definitely did take a lot of that mysticism out of the game. Marius says, "I had some fun with flying PvP in the Burning Crusade, because you had to be on the ground to farm and do content." Yeah, it's true. "I would dismount high up in the air, blink to counter the fall, and palm pyro." That's pretty cool. I used to jump off, and you know, I had levitate, obviously, but you know, for the most part, like during the Burning Crusade, I didn't think flying was that big of a deal. But afterwards, I did. Like once I started to look at it retroactively, you know, because hindsight's 2020, right? But I did like a lot of the, like I did Hala a lot back in the Burning Crusade. I got my Talbuk mount for my, I think it was my Rogue I got it on. But for the most part, I think flying, the biggest thing for me was the fact that, you know, a lot of these times where you would get someone, you would corner them, you would, you know, make sure someone ganked you. The fact that they could just fly away and you couldn't get back to them was just really, like, it sucked. They did have the what was it, the turtle shell, or you could get something to knock them off of their mount. That was pretty cool. But I don't know. The sharding killed it. The sharding killed it. Sitting outside of org empty, and the shard into a full org, not recognize anyone. Dude, I know. Is your name Lilo Morn? Yeah. So honestly, the sharding and the servers, how they're, you know, the servers don't matter anymore. So that's basically the sharding and how it is there. When you don't recognize anyone in the city, you don't recognize anyone when you're leveling. You see people and you don't know where they're from. They could be from another. You know, it's just it's so MMO, like, against everything that I thought an MMO should be, right? You want to be able to encounter people over and over again. If you got ganked by somebody, I want to be able to find him again. You know what I mean? I don't want to get killed by someone and know that the chances of me finding him are like 1 in a million. You know, it's just ridiculous. Like, I want to be able to know if I got killed by a paladin in Ongoro Crater, chances are there's only 4 other ones. I remember his name. I'll see him. I can kill him again. Like, it is very immersion breaking. It is very immersion breaking. And to me, there's nothing more important than the actual feeling of being connected to my character. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, for the main, one of the main things for me, like I said a lot of the times, guys, is I want to feel like I can relate to my character, and I want to feel rewarded, right? When I put time and effort into my character, I want to feel like I'm rewarded for that. And another thing in retail WoW is, like, I don't feel you're very easily rewarded for very little things. I mean, you can get an epic doing a daily quest. That is not how it should be. An epic should be an epic reward, you know what I mean? I mean, getting my first blue item in Vanilla WoW was huge. Now you get an epic in retail, and it feels like just another item, and it's so not rewarding. It's just really, really sad. Doofy says, "I'm going to take note of certain gankers and pay their guildies a visit later on." I love it. Dude, another thing I love is guild versus guild, like competitions, even on opposite servers. So something big that happened on another server that I played on was we had pissed off this one server while their hunter was trying to get his, and if my division is still in here, he'll remember what I'm talking about, trying to get his Rockdalar, and we ended up pissing up their guild quite a lot. So they actually wanted to gank us outside of MC while we had all our world buffs. I think they teamed up with a whole nother guild, and they waited all day outside of Molten Core. I mean, all day. I think they waited 2 days, in fact, to try to kill us inside of Molten Core. Well, the funny thing was, they were thinking that we were going to come from the Kargath side and go up that way and come in through Black Rock Mountain that way. So they were all waiting for us on that side of Black Rock Mountain. So what we decided to do was come up the opposite side. And as they're all waiting there, I think it was more than one raid group. It was like a whole raid group and a half. We came up from behind and we just AoE'd them down and destroyed them. And it was one of the most epic moments that I've ever had on that server. And it was just so much fun. I love guild versus guild rivalship. I love, you know, even on the same faction. It's a lot of fun. It's you know, you feel like this group is like your family, you know, and to feel like you just totally annihilated another guild is such an amazing feeling. It's fucking awesome. What's up? Hey, Aiton says, hey Defcamp, I want to play Hunter in Classic, but the fact that the class is very populated really bothers me for some reason. How do I stop worrying about this? I know it's stupid. Okay, that's a good thing. You know, Aiton, a good thing is here, a lot of people do play Hunter to level, but for the most part, at endgame, that you don't see as many Hunters as you do while leveling. A lot of people like to get their 60, their first 60, I don't know, you know, maybe make a Hunter so they can, you know, farm Melderon, things like that. But for the most part, I think a Hunter, like, I'm not the best person to talk about Hunters because they are kind of I love all classes, don't get me wrong, but they're like one of my least favorite classes. For me, I don't like the whole thing about having the pet. I feel like they kind of take the lead on it, but I think they're a great class, and I think they're very needed, especially in endgame. You need that trank shot. You will be accepted to raids. I think, okay, look at it this way, right? There's going to be a good amount of people leveling Hunters, but if you want to go all out and make your Hunter, you know, and focus on him and make him your main, I think go ahead and do it, dude. Like, that's the class you want to play. Cargos wants to main a Hunter. That's what he wants to do. He's going to be the best damn Hunter he can be, right? He's going to make sure that he gets... speaking of Cargos, here he is. Who's hyped to get some Defcamp heals in a couple months, boys? By the way, Hunters are best in slot. You heard it from Cargos himself. Thank you, Cargos, for the $5. You get a hell yeah, brother. Thank you, dude. So, right here. This guy right here, Cargos, he's my brother. I love him. And he loves Hunters so much. He don't care how many people are going to play it. He don't care what's going to happen. He's going to play his Hunter because that's what he loves, right? And, yeah, are there going to be a good amount of people leveling Hunter? Yes, okay? But guess what? A lot of those people will level Hunter, play another class. If you want to make that your main, dude, go ahead and do it. Be the best fucking Hunter you can be. Hunters are amazing in PvP. I will say this because I honestly hate getting killed by Hunters during the leveling process. I hate when a fucking Hunter comes out of nowhere. You see his pet come at you, you don't even know where they are. But guess what? A good Hunter at endgame PvP is very, very dangerous. And you know what? There aren't that many really good Hunters out there. So I would say this. Go out there, be the best damn Hunter you can be. Put 110% into it, dude, and you will be rewarded. Don't give a fuck about who else plays this, who else plays that, because you are your Hunter, right? No one else is the Hunter that you are. You might be the only dwarf Hunter on your server with engineering and mining who has this, who has that. Like, make the story your own. You might be the only one who has, you know, this enchanting, this and that thing. Like, yeah, there might be other Hunters out there, but your own play style, how you play the game, how you treat your character, that's what makes you different, right? I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Hunters for the win, baby. I'm even going to say it right now. Hunters for the win. Every class for the win, baby. I love it. You know, I play a priest, but this guy who plays a priest plays it different from me. I'm Defcamp. That's who I am. Like, I play this spec. I play Discipline. When I first hit level 60, I changed it up. I play Shadow. Just because you're with other people who play the same class as you doesn't mean they play the same way as you, they have the same style as you, they have the same story as you. Like, that's the great thing I love about Classic WoW. You have so much choice into your character. There's so much you can do with whether it's your specs, whether it's your professions, whether it's your playstyle, whether you want to down rank, do this, do that, do that. There's so many options you have. right? So I say this: if you see a lot of people playing this class, say it's warriors, guess what, baby? It's all good because I'm going to go in there and be the best damn warrior I can be. I'm going to go up there, top the charts, or do this, or I'm going to go in there and be the best damn healer. Or I'm going to go in there and be the person who helps people out. I'm going to be the person who goes there and helps the people that are getting ganked. Make it your own story. Make it your own thing, baby. I love it. Yeah, you should play a paladin. I actually do. So that's a really good point. I actually really love holy paladins in classic WoW, but my heart, it bleeds red. I'm horde all the way. I love priests as well. Priests are by far one of my favorite classes in all of WoW. I will have a paladin. He will not be my main. My priest will be my main. My paladin will be an alt. I will play somewhere over probably on an EU server with Dunedain. But honestly, guys, I say this a lot. I know you guys probably heard this, but I love a lot about the Alliance. I love the aesthetics. I love the quests, all this stuff. But my heart bleeds red, baby. I am for the Horde. My brothers in arms. I feel so much more connected to the Horde as a player. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't play. I can't main on the Alliance. I don't feel that connected to the Alliance. And you guys might. That's great. But for me, baby, it's for the Horde all the way. For the motherfucking Horde. Bless you. Bless you. Hi, do you know the YouTuber Super Soka? Of course, he's a classic YouTuber. Super Soka. Super Soka. Yeah, I know Super. Super's okay, so Super is a great guy. Amazing guy. Melderon, I think he also has a PhD, just like Melderon. He and Melderon have talked plenty of times. I myself have talked to him a few times. Amazing content. I love Super. Super's awesome. Awesome. To each their own. Absolutely. I'll gank you when I see you. I love it. Madamex, you can try. You can try. We will see. Hopefully you don't catch me while I'm holy. Hopefully you catch me when I'm shadow. That's another thing, dude. I hate being holy and like getting ganked. I'm like, dude, if I was only shadow, I mean, I can still beat a mage as holy. I can still beat a okay rogue as holy. But dude, when I'm shadow, it's like totally different, bro. Vega, what's up, brother? What's up, my man? Oh, Torgar. Yeah, guys, another good thing about, well, not a good thing, but another great thing about Classic WoW, I don't care whether you're Alliance or Horde, the fact that we're all, like, Classic, well, that's not a beer, it is, I don't drink, the only beer that I drink is root beer, that's Barks, baby, that's right. Carcass, I triggered you, didn't I? Cracking open a cold dyed Barks root beer. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, but yeah. Whether you're Horde or Alliance, dude, come Classic, I feel like the bond of Classic WoW is like more important than the bond of Alliance or Horde for us. I don't know. A&W is good, dude. I love A&W, but I love me some Barks. Saturday is for the boys. Okay, guys. Tamuja, what's up, brother? How you doing? You don't care about being Horde or Alliance? What kind of Alliance loving scum are you? No, I love it, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love being Horde. But what I'm saying is, I feel like the camaraderie of being a Classic WoW advocate is more important to me than anything. Pig Dog with the 100 knock. You get a hell yeah, brother. He says, I drink. Alright, well, this one's to you, Pig Dog. Cheers, brother. You got a cheers. Take a sip with you. Hell yeah, brother. So, guys. Ooh, a little gassy. Oh, Dan Forbes. What's up, Dan? My plan is to level Lock to 40. Well off playing Mage. Then once Mage gets to 40, my Lock, give my Mage all his gold to get his 40 level mount. Then my Lock is my off player and level my Mage to 60. I love it. I love it. I love it, dude. I'm still debating on what my alt is going to be. I know I'm not an artard. I'm not an artard. I love the Classic community, the greatest fellowship of basement dwellers. That is so true. Dude, we are the greatest fellowship of basement dwellers. Temuljan says, I'll accept the Alliance scum if it means we get WoW vanilla, but only just barely. I love it. I love it, Temuljan. I'm with the boys in blue. Uh-oh. Shut up. Shut up, Stan. Oh, God. Dude, I love this fucking community. I love you guys so much. You guys make me so happy. So, okay. We're talking about classic WoW here, right? We're talking about factions. We're talking about races, classes. I want to hear from you guys. What is your main character? What are you playing? And I want to hear it like Alliance, Horde, class, everything. What are you playing? Come classic. I want to know. I want to know right now. Tell me. I'm going to dual box. I'm not. I know I'm evil, dude. Can you dual boxing? Are you gonna be able to dual box in classic? Druid tank. Tarn shaman. What kind of druid are you playing? Thumbs up, dual box. Tarn hunter. Tarn hunter. Holy paladin. Dwarf all the way to 60. Orc rogue. Ooh, orc rogue, dude. I love that. Human paladin. Undead mage. Undead mage. Orc warrior fury DPS. Hell yeah. Tarn shaman, baby. Female orc hunter or male orc warlock. Troll hunter or Tarn shaman. Damn, I've got a lot of horde guys here. I'm going troll priest. Dude, we got a lot of horde brothers here. I'm loving it. Tarn shaman. I was going ally for a change, but nah, horde all the way. Nostalgia and music. I love it, baby. My first class would probably be hunter. Easy gold farm. I'll probably end up maining a warrior though. Undead warlock. Gnome warrior. We got a gnome warrior. Okay, Vega says night elf hunter, dwarf paladin, undead warlock, and orc rogue. You're going both ways. I love it, Vega. The pundit says dwarf priest. Oof, we got the dwarf priest in the house. You know about all that. Oh, what did you know about that fear ward, baby? Orc warrior, alliance rogue, but not sure human or gnome. Dude, I'm telling you, the Fisher dwarf rogue is very fun too. Don't forget about that stone form, baby. Whew. I'll probably play orc or troll shaman with alch herb and secondary professions maxed. No mage, the only way. Oh, we're getting some ally love here now. Okay, female gnome warrior. Are you gonna have the pink hair too, Branson? Orc Ellie shaman. Oh, I love that. I love that, baby. Torn between human mage or gnome mage, then torn between night elf rogue or undead rogue. It's all ooh. My first character was a night elf rogue, but I gotta say, I think undead rogue for me now is I love it. Loktar Gar, friend. That's right, Doofy. I'm going Tarn shaman and playing with my friend on his Tarn warrior. Nigel Black, I love it. Now, Tarn shaman, I think, guys, I'm like at this point I'm like 60% sure that Tarn shaman will be my alt. I'm really stuck between a Tarn shaman or an undead rogue for my alt, but then I'm also going to have an alliance alt who's going to be human paladin. My main, of course, will be my undead priest. I am still torn between shaman or rogue, though. I don't know if dude, I need help with this, guys. I really do. I step on gnomes with my hooves, says Doofy. I fucking love it, dude. Orc Ellie Resto shaman. Love it, baby. I love it. Human paladin as always, but should try a warrior. Lionheart says, on my Tarn shaman start, I'm running all the way to Duratar. Yeah. Doofy, okay. Jonas, no mage. Night elf or human warrior, help me decide, Defcamp. Okay, pig gangster. Night elf or human warrior. A lot of now it depends what you're doing, because a lot of people who like to tank like to go night elf for that dodge, and you know, night elf is actually pretty decent for tanking. I actually like night elf warrior better for tanking, human warrior better for if you're going to focus on PvE damage. So there you go, pig. If you want to focus on tanking, I would go night elf. If you want to focus on PvE damage or PvP, I would go human, ping gangster. That is my advice to you. Take it or leave it, brother. I hope you like it. Target rich environment. Stab people in the toes with the gnome rogue. Hey, you can do that. My old officer from Classic is doing dwarf priest all over again, and they are the master class for priest, dude. Okay, I'll give it. You know what? Dwarf priest is great and all. You get that fear word, baby. But on the horde, we don't even need it. Okay, you know, you can have your fear ward because we got tremor totems, baby. Okay, and you know what? When I see you on the battlefield, I'm gonna give you that devouring plague. I know you're gonna use your stone form, but I'm still gonna give it to you anyway. I'm gonna remind you. Guess what? I got an extra dot, baby. Okay, you got your little fear ward. We got our tremor totems. Okay, you know what? Any day I would take over Will the Forsaken over stone form. I'm sorry, I just would. I love Will the Forsaken. I love my devouring plague. I'm going undead priest all day, baby, all day. But I love the dwarf priest as well. I do. I'm Tom 2. Alliance leveling cities are so... Oh, I'm Torn 2, you said. Okay. Alliance leveling cities are so comfy, but Horde has the best ratios. Loyal, I feel you, brother. I feel you. Dwarf Rogue's hips are way too big. The hips don't lie, you know what I'm saying? Anyone going to play on the same server? MY, we all plan on playing on the same server. Hopefully, we can get everyone on the same server. Racials ain't everything, fam. That's true. That is very true. It's all about that engineering. Ooh, I love that engineering. So, I'm going to ask you guys for professions in a second, too, but War Stomp is so handy to have. Jintoki, what's up, brother? How you doing, Jintoki? Guys, Jintoki, gotta say right here, right now, Jintoki has been watching this channel since, like, day one. Can we give a little... I want to give it... I want to give him some love. I love you. At Jintoki. Dude, since day one when we had like literally 20 subscribers, Jintoki has been watching us. It just makes me so happy. You are the man. Net elf or human warrior, and then okay, so people's professions. Yeah, I'm gonna start hearing people's professions now. Dwarf rogue, help. Anyone going to play on the same? Yeah, read that. Get out of the way, my way, or I'll run you over. Net elf hunter and human priest. How many gnomes do you need to paint a 2x2 wall? Only one if you throw them hard enough. Human warrior got that white damage hits. That's true. I might roll priest just to mind control, dude. I love it. Who's calling me now? Into the lava, BRM. Oh, the fun running of people on the lift, mind control, dude. That is so much fun. So much fun, mind controlling people. Oh gosh, you guys make me blush, dude. I love you, Jintoki. You're the best. I really hope that servers don't end up how they are on retail today, where they become one-sided as far faction balance goes. It's a great point, Atticus. I really hope that doesn't happen, and that was a big reason why they had a lot of the. That's why sharding got so big, and I think it's really important that we try to have server balance. I really do. You know, for the most part, back in the day, there were some servers that were like heavy Horde, heavy Alliance, but you know, for the most part, I feel like as long as you're like 60-40-ish around there, it'll be okay. So, professions, guys. Let me tell you a little bit what I'm doing, okay? I'm playing Undead Priest. We're going full Undead Priest. I'm going to level a Shadow, getting that wand specialization first, of course. Then I'm going into that Spear Tap, going down Shadow. As soon as I hit 60, I'm actually going Discipline. I'm leveling these professions. I'm going Enchanting. I'm going Tailoring. I am dropping Tailoring once I make my True Faith, and then picking up Engineering for my PvP. That is my plan, baby. What are you guys planning on doing for professions? Let's hear it. I'm going to see how many of you guys are planning on going Engineering, because I'm sure a good amount. Look at all that love, Jintoki, dude. I love it. How many Alliance players do you need? 0. I love it, Emulsion. Oh, I love it. Silence. Alright, here we go. Enchanting Tailoring, says Loyal. Atticus says, well, if they don't have server transfers, then it will be out of everyone's control. By the time you realize your server is unbalanced, you will be far too progressed and more inclined to stay anyway. That's a good point. Dan Forbes. How you doing, Dan Forbes? Another member of the community, longtime member. Dan Forbes. DB Hood was here 50-50 as you could get RP PvP. Garrett Johnson. Tailoring and Enchanting on Mage. Ooh, Tailoring and Enchanting. That's what I love. See, the thing about Tailoring and Enchanting, Garrett, is like I want to go Enchanting so bad, but if I want to be like one of those few that have, you know, the plus 55 healing, plus 30 spell damage. I want to be like the Guild Enchanter. If I can't be at least like a semi, exclusive enchanter. For me, I don't see what's the point. I probably end up dropping it if I don't have at least some exclusive enchants. Mining leatherworking till 60, then drop leatherworking for engineering for tanking. So why are you going leatherworking while leveling? What's the reason for that, Claw? Mining leatherworking till 60, then drop leatherworking for engineering for tanking. Are you planning on making like some devil sword stuff like that, or you're not going to be a skinner, right? Undead mage Doofy says Tarn shaman with enchanting engineering. Nice, baby. We got mining skinning, alchemy herb, mining armor smith. I have unrealistic dream of being the first or one of the first people to get Thorium Brotherhood rep to exalted, first in FR with my name on it all over. I love it. I want to ninja devil sword skins on my rogue. Oof. John Kevin, he's gonna be a devil sword ninja. I love it, baby. Dude, honestly, that's gotta be so exhilarating, right? To sap somebody, blind somebody, steal that devil sword, vanish right out of there. Imagine they don't even see your name, dude. That's the best part. You gotta hide in the devil sword so they can't target you. They tab target you. They're like, oh, who is this guy? It's so funny, dude. Herbalist skinning while leveling, then dropping skinning for engineering. So a lot of people are doing a lot of you're gonna pick up something for leveling, then drop it to pick up engineering. Bank alt is going to have enchanting and tailoring. Okay. Skinning and leatherworking or herbalism. Alchemy, not sure yet. Branson says mining, blacksmithing. A shame to leave that plus engineering ratio unused as a gnome. That's a shame. It is a shame, Branson. They get 15 points, right? You gotta go for that gnomish death laser. Oh, dude. You know what's great though with the gnomish death ray is when it backfires on someone and then just one shots them. I love it. Herbalism and fishing. Oh, fishing is a secondary, so I'll probably go engineering eventually, but I like chilling out in classic just for it. So Arieleth, the thing is you can go herbalism and another profession, and fishing is a secondary profession, so you can be like herbalism, alchemy, and then you can also have fishing, cooking, because it's a secondary profession. Secondary professions are cooking, first aid, fishing, stuff like that, and then of course some classes like rogues have lockpicking, poison, stuff like that. I'm trying to be the guild blacksmith. Yeah, I'm trying to be the guild enchanter, dude. I really want to. I meant to say skinning. Okay, I got you, Claw. Okay, I got you. You meant to say skinning. Can you guys make a Thorium Brotherhood rep guide? Ooh, Lionheart. Great idea. I'll definitely talk to Melderon about that. Thorium Brotherhood rep guide. That's a really good idea. People have been killed IRL for less than stealing Devil Sword leather. Definitely Temujin. People have really definitely been killed for less than that. Herb plus alchemy for the infinite FAP. Oh, MJ. Jintoki says, yeah, crafting all your consumables is handy. It really is at MJ, yes. Engineering mining, but if I can level an alt for herb alchemy, I will. El Mustachio, skinning and mining. As I'm leveling, then drop skinning at 60 and pick engineering, alchemy, tailoring on my priest. Dan Forbes says, even in the old days, you guys would pick up stuff just to level, to get the gold, to get epic mount, then work on their real one. Absolutely. Mad Max, get cooking, stamina buff is real good. You know what I noticed about cooking, Mad Max? It's also really good to sell some of your food on the auction house. Even like tender wolf meat and stuff like that isn't that crazy hard to make. You just need tender wolf meat, or tender wolf steaks for the tender wolf meat for the tender wolf steaks. It gives spirit and stamina, and can usually sell pretty high, especially in the early days. I actually made a really good amount of money with cooking, even just selling cooking mats. Killing wolves, getting their meat, selling that. It's a great way to make money. Zach D, we got Zach D in the house again. Defcamp, I love you. I love you, Zach D. I love you. Even in the old days, you get pick up stuff and just level to make the gold. Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Pick up mining, then the stones to get my mount. See, the problem is, guys. Okay, is how am I gonna make my money in the early classic days, right? So, I'm wondering. I'll tell you, I'll be upfront with you guys right now. The main way I make my money in retail, I'm sorry, in Classic, and back in the day, I really had like no money. So as a priest, I farm DM East. I do the Lasher farm. So that won't be available come early Classic. So my issue is, how am I going to make money early Classic? And I have, of course, I have a lot of, farming spots that I like to hit up, a lot of other things that I want to do, but for the most part, I really would like to try and, because honestly, guys, engineering costs a good amount of money, because potentially, right, a lot of these things you have to make, a lot of your mats, a lot of your engineering rods, your Arcanite rod, that's money that you could be making, that you're putting into making your rods, making your enchants, things like that. So the BRD farming is very good as well. So BRD, what I used to do, Perfect Stealth, actually, we used to do so it was not Emperor run. We did the 7 dwarfs, and then we do a lava run, but we would get a rogue to open the 7 dwarf room, and right there, just that 7 dwarf room, I mean, potentially you loot, multiple blues in that chest right there, and that's a lot of money right there from those blues. So BRD farming is very good. You can try to get lucky with Crusader, things like that, but for the most part, I think enchanting is one of those professions that I ended up always really losing a lot of money at first, but then I feel like I would slowly start to make that money back. So that's a little bit of my worry is, will I be putting out too much money in the early days? I'm a little worried about that. What did the Tauren say to his son before school? Bye, son. Good one, Benji. Good one. I love it. So leveling the cooking and fishing, you will need it later on in raiding. Trust me. Oh, absolutely. I had no life at all in Classic to get it to Nax. Dude, like, having that MP5 food is just, as a healer, it can get Nightfin soup can get really expensive. So being able to potentially make it yourself and sell it, getting a dedicated group to run BRD Arena. Ooh, that's a good point. You keep doing runs in around 12 minutes, plenty of blues, good XP, etc. Yeah, that's a really good point. So BRD, that's a good way to make money. What about solo? What do you guys think for solo? Making money solo before DM. So I know, winter spring farming, eco farming. Was eco farming not till late? Oh, well. Okay, so for the you could always do fell. And what the hell's the Mara farm? But I'm gonna be a priest, so just stealth pickpocket, dude. That's another thing I love about rogues, dude. I made so much money pickpocketing perfect stealth on my rogue. And opening lock boxes. I got a gut ripper like 3 times in BRD in one day. I got 3 gut rippers from opening junk boxes, dude. Crazy. So rogues potentially can make good money, dude. Pickpocketing, people do not downplay pickpocketing, dude. Pickpocketing is fucking awesome. You can make a lot of money pickpocketing, bro. A lot. Fellcloth. So Fellcloth, I was thinking about, is a pretty good farm, but it's really, especially early days, dude, it's going to be very, a lot of fighting going on there. So that's the thing, like, okay, so Tyr's Hand is not a bad solo as a rogue. What class should I play if I'm filthy casual, aka dad, and have no time or guild, but still want to play Classic? Orion, this hurts me to say it, but I think Hunter, if you're a filthy casual, aka a dad, and don't have too much time to play with a guild, so you'll be able to solo a lot, because hunters potentially can solo a lot of quests that usually take groups. They are very good on their own. I myself potentially really don't like hunters that much, but I think that would be a really good class for you. I would definitely say Hunter, Orion. Just give it a shot, though. I mean, you might like Druid. Druid is really good as well. You can go Kitty Cat. Warlock, potentially. Frost Mage. Frost Mage is good and all, but a lot of drinking, but they can really, really farm a lot, and they're very self-efficient because you can make your own food, make your own water. So Christian brings up a good point with the mage, but I would say hunter, honestly, Orion. Yeah, if you pick hunter, use a bear pet. What I don't like about hunter personally. Okay. I've tried to level hunters multiple times. So I've made a hunter and I've kind of like, gotten to level 30, level 40. My thing is I feel like the pet is more the star of the show than my actual character. I feel like I always wanted a hunter to be like a legless character, like an actual archer, like a person who shoots his bow, and like a Diablo rogue, basically. So that was my idea of a hunter, and when I played it in WoW, I didn't make my first hunter until like late BC. I really felt like the actual pet was more the star of the show than the hunter, and that for me was just, yeah, I could roll marksman, but it's not too fun leveling marksman, Tyler. It's kind of not good. And honestly, I just, again, like for me, the pet was just. Don't get me wrong, I like a pet and all, but I wanted my character to feel stronger and not the pet. The pet feels like it's doing more than I was, and that's just for me. You know what I mean? So Kulik says I agree 100% about the pet thing and making me shy away from hunter as well. Yeah, I mean. And some people love that, though. Some people love that about the hunters. They love the fact that the pet is very strong. I built a legless archer in D&D 5.0. He had plus 16 to hit and 4 attack PR turn. Nice. There's some good tips in here. Yeah? Yeah. Markmen are class canon. Yeah, so marksman hunters are great in endgame, great in PvP. They do a lot of damage, but when it comes to leveling, dude, like, you need that pet to, potentially take hits for you to just be that stronger. It's just a lot quicker to level as a Beastmaster Hunter. All right, Orion, I'm glad. Okay, and Orion, honestly, give yourself a feel. Like I would say, make a couple classes, see what you like the most. If you feel more connected to another class, don't be afraid to play it, man. It might be a little bit more challenging, but in the long run, if it's going to be more beneficial for you to, say, play a druid or a shaman because that's what you like more, do it. But if you really like hunter and you find it, and I would say it is definitely the most friendly to newer players because it can be, very straightforward. You send your pet after someone, they become your own personal tank in a way. But honestly, 100% Orion, do what you are more comfortable with and what you like. I don't want you to feel like, you have to do this or we influenced you to doing it. Just do what you like, brother. Stay with you like. That is my best advice I could give you. Whatever you feel more connected with. Def, you totally missed out on my Warlock suggestion for a casual. I'm sorry, Temulsion. So Warlock, okay, so my only thing about Warlock Temulsion with a new player is I potentially think it could be good, but I feel like they're a little. Okay, they could be good. The skill level of Warlocks, I feel like Warlocks have a very high skill cap, right? It's easy, I guess, to be okay at a Warlock, put your dots on, and I also feel like Hunter pets are much more reliable than Warlock pets, especially as the Voidwalker. Their taunt is not as strong as the Hunter taunt. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I would say that, yeah, Warlock can be potentially a good starter class for some people, but I think Hunter more so because the taunt is a little bit stronger. Their chances of pulling aggro is a little bit lower on a Hunter. And yeah, it has a lot of spells. It's another thing, like Dan Forbes says, a lot of spells. There's a lot of things, soul shards, all that. It could be a little intimidating for a new character, seeing all these new spells you're learning, all these dots, all these things. I think personally, You know, and I do know some new players who did like playing a warlock, but personally, I think myself, hunter would be a little bit easier for a new player. So you say human warlock, easy to level, and if you get in raids, you get 10% faster rep. It's a good point. You can miss out on raids and still not be that far behind. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Ion? How you doing, brother? I was so set on leveling Orc Warrior with my buddy, but when you talked about the Orc stun resist not been as strong, I've started thinking about other races, dude. So the thing about Orc Warrior is very good, Ion, too, because you get that axe specialization as well. So, I mean, Orc Warrior is great. Don't get me wrong. Blood Fury, axe specialization, hardiness, it's great. I actually think that Troll Warrior is potentially really good, especially with Berserking, dude. And Tarn Warrior is really good too. If you want to, if I were gonna tank on a warrior, I would pick Tarn because I just love War Stomp. I love, you know, being able to, like, oh shit, let me just keep everybody together for 1 second, War Stomp, boom, and going. But Troll Warrior, dude, Berserking, even as a tank, could be really good too. But Orc Warrior is, I mean, that's a hard one, dude. And Undead Warrior too. I love Undead Warrior. I think they're great. I mean, cannibalizing is huge. Loktar Ogar, Orion, Orc Warrior all the way. He's not necessarily a noob, though. Just growing up on a short... Oh, okay, MJ. I gotcha. So, yeah, then maybe Warlock would be more suitable to you as well, so... Orc Smork. Be a rule, man. Play a human. Oh, God. Claw PhD says, War Stomp for tanking is awesome. It is, isn't it, Claw? I fucking love it. Warlock Voidwalker's taunt gets a lot stronger with the talent, by the way. It does. It does. But do you... When do you... Is it still as strong as a Hunter's taunt, though? Even with the improved points? Yeah, the Orc Warrior axe specialization is pretty good. It is pretty good. Speaking from a pure PvP point of view, not PvE. Okay. A way to look at the Tarn stam buff is that you get 10.5 per point of stam, not just 10. Oh, wow. That is a really good way to look at it. And when you look at that, it makes you think, like, dude, that can add up. That could really add up. Is that right, Dan Forbes? Or, I'm sorry. Who said that? Dennis? A way to look at Tarn stam buff is if you get 10.5, that you get 10.5 points of stam instead of just 10. Wow. That actually makes a pretty big difference when you think about it like that. New player Rogue is a good pick. It will be hard to find a raiding guild, though, if you are not playing at the top of your game. You know what, Dan? Rogue is my very first character, and I'm really glad that it was, because I feel like, you know, I did a good amount of damage, so I never really struggled killing mobs. Never. You have a lot of oh shit buttons, right? You can vanish if you need to. You can pop evasion if you need to. You know, you have great DPS while leveling. I'm talking about amazing DPS while leveling, right? Blade Flurry is a great cooldown. Adrenaline Rush is a great cooldown. Leveling combat swords is really fun. You know, I think Rogue is a very, very fun leveling way to go for me. Like I said, my first character. Stealth is amazing. Dude, being able to pick and choose your battles, being able to pick and choose, like, okay, you know, all these people are getting ganked. Let me go into stealth and walk away, and they won't even see you. It's another reason why potentially Druid could be a good choice, because, you could go cat form, which is great. You could go bear form. You can heal yourself. I think it's also a really good choice for a new player as well. Defcamp, are you and my man Melderon ever going to continue the Super Plate Brothers? Zach D, let me tell you right now. Zach D, we 100% plan on continuing Super Plate Brothers. The only problem was that right now we had to kind of stop doing the, you know, Voldemort server stuff. But as soon as Classic comes out, we will continue with Super Plate Brothers 100%. And honestly, I can't wait because I know a lot of you guys love the series. Some of you guys who aren't familiar with it, go back after the stream, check it out. It was one of the most fun things we've ever done. Me and Melderon would just basically play on two characters, have a lot of fun together, kind of bullshit, joke with each other. And guys, it is coming back. The hype is real if you love it, and it's going to be better than ever. So Zach D, 100%, Super Blade Brothers is coming back. I'm sorry, we're just trying to get things together, guys. Let me give you a little bit of real talk real quick, guys. So yeah, rogues suck to level until level 30. That's a good point. Level 30, they got a lot better. But once you get sprint and things like that, and once you get dual wield, it's a lot better too, which is at level 10. But so, okay, real talk here. Melderon and I, we're trying to get Melderon. I don't know if you guys know he's going to be staying here with me in Philadelphia. He's working on finding a new job. So we've been trying to do that. We really want to get our own place soon so we can potentially stream, make videos whenever we want. And so we're in the process of trying to get all this done before Classic. So once we do get our own place, get all this together, because Melderon's going to be staying here, we're going to be getting our own place together. We're going to be putting out content like crazy. I'm going to be streaming potentially every day. I still have my day job, so I'm still going to have that. But, I mean, we're going to be streaming potentially every day, putting videos out all the time. Even within the next couple of months before Classic comes out, it's going to be getting a lot more regular with streams, with things like that. So it's really going to become a lot more. You're going to see us a lot more. And Super Blade Brothers is on a priority. So, Zach D, yes, it will be there. So I just love how you and your brother interact. It's just a good time. That's what playing WoW is all about. Love your content. Thank you, Zach D. That means a lot, brother. That means a lot. Negrand Arena. Okay, so why do people hate Night Elf Warriors? What's your opinion? I don't hate Night Elf Warriors. I think they're pretty good, actually. They're pretty decent. I mean, you get what? The increased dodge, right? I mean, that's good. I think Night Elf Warriors are decent. I wouldn't play one, but I think they're pretty good. I myself Night Elf was my first character, okay? I played a Night Elf Rogue. I loved it. But I wouldn't say I would play it again. Night Elf isn't for me too much. Classic WoW, that's right, brother. The most value skill you can have on a PvP server is stealth. It has drastically increased the level time to not get ganked. It just drastically increased the level. Yeah, it's true, Tumulgin. I mean, if you can go into Stranglethorn Vale and not get ganked because you have stealth, and that's huge right there. Especially on a PvP server. It's like stealth is amazing. I can't tell you how many times I've just walked past giant fucking crazy thing. Like, oh, here comes this level 60. As long as you're like 20 yards away, he's not gonna see you. Thank you again, Zach D. That meant a lot, brother. Perfect stealth. Yeah, he is the guy from YouTube. Yes, he is. Are you guys going to play on the same server as Esfin and Group? BK, probably not. Just because the server that Asmongold and all those guys are going to be on Esfin is probably going to be insane. So we honestly are probably going to want to stay away from that. Nothing against those guys. I love Esfin and the guys that, it's just that is going to be a little crazy for us. So we want to kind of be our own server. Like I said, nothing against those guys. It's just, there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of potential stream snipers. I think, aren't they going to roll in a PvE server as well? Because Asmongold's just going to get camped all day otherwise if he wasn't going to be. So that's another thing. We're 100% going to play on a PvP server. So are you good at playing Rogue? Artem, I like to think so. But a lot of people would probably say I'm not. So Rogue was my very first character. I made another Rogue not too long ago. For me, Rogue is kind of like riding a bike. I feel like I can kind of get back to it pretty easily. But, yeah, I think I'm okay at Rogue. I'm not saying I'm like the best Rogue. I'm okay. I have engineering on my Rogue, and I think it's a lot of fun, dude. I love the... I mean, nothing is better for Stoneform against another Rogue, right? Like, when you can just drop off a blind like that at the drop of a hat, it's awesome. Jinto, Classic launch will be crazy. Do I watch you guys stream it, or play it myself. Jintoki, how about you do both? How about on one screen you watch it, and or one screen you play it, the other screen you watch it. That's if you have two screens. Dan Forbes says, live in the garage, you can have pizza delivered to it. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Why not both? Leveling a warrior in vanilla is the most tedious. Yes, leveling warriors in vanilla is the hardest out of all the classes. I agree. It's not that we hate Night Elf warriors. It's that humans are superior in PvE, both tanking and DPS system motion. RLF, any plans on playing over in EU? Yes, RLF. So we plan on playing over on EU with Dunedain, so it'll probably be Alliance, but I mean, to probably have multiple characters on an EU server. I do. It's not going to be my main server that I'm going to be playing on, but I do plan on playing over at EU, because I know a lot of you guys are EU, and I want to be able to play with you guys too. So 100% I will have an EU account. Absolutely. PvP or PvE server? PvP 100%. And moi. Night Elf Hunter female. Ugh. Artem, I'm sorry, that is like my worst nightmare. Ion says Druid was easy to level because of Kitty stealth back in Nas. Dude, I'm sorry, Druid is just really good at leveling. Like, they're just the ability of they have like no downtime, man. You can just kill, heal yourself up, kill. It's beautiful. I love it. Def Mel in a house, it would be like South Park. Wow, dude, exactly. Mom. Live to win till you die, till the dawn in your eye. Live, agree, Lon. It's also helped. We could Kitty DPS tank. Yeah, of course, dude. I've been watching your content lately and loving it. Thank you, Zach. It's keeping me from not going crazy waiting for Classic. I love hearing that, Zach. Thank you, brother. BK says, I'm not sure what server I'll play on. I wanted to play an RP PvP, but Blizz decided otherwise. BK, we will see about that. I have a sneaking suspicion that we might hear something. I think the fact that he brought it up, the whole RP PvP thing, is like they kind of shot themselves in the foot, because now everyone's talking about it. So they said they would think about it if it became a big thing, and I think it's a big thing right now. Heart of the Wild for the win. Def, you don't have to worry about getting ganked because you're streaming. Look how many Horde boys in here. I know, brother. I don't have to worry about anything. Thank you, guys. Let's hear that battle cry. For the Horde, brother. Hell yeah. For the Horde. I love it. I'm going to play on a PvE server, System Mulligan. I played vanilla on a PvP server since the day 10 of release back in the day, and I can't tell you how many hours I've wasted getting ganked or have world bosses ruined. I feel you, man. For me, that's part of the experience. I love the PvP, brother. Dane Sheneman says, at Defcamp Melderon TV, hey, watch your stream with Cargos and Duty. Awesome coverage on the news, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. PvP, that's right, for the Horde. I personally never played on a PvE server before, Dan, but once you play on a row for so long, Def, it's right, it's part of you like it did 4.5 years. I swapped to Druid tank. Yes, brother, that's what it's right, it's part of you. I did it for like 4.5 years. Yeah, man, I love Rogue, dude. I really do. Atticus says, I've already got diet planned out on pacing around brain function and have my mom ready to cook my meals for me. Let's go, Atticus. I love it, brother. That is great. El Mustachio says, for the I'm sorry, I can't say it. For the I can't. Dan Forbes, how no? Redfire, I watched one of Asmongold's classic WoW demos he made. Had groupies all over him. Yeah, dude, it's pretty bad. I mean, like, again, nothing against Asmongold. It's like some of the people that tend to come over are not really the kind of people that I want to play with. For the most part, I mean, for the most part, I'm sure a lot of them are great, but it's just too many people, and they're like all focused on, it's just too much for me. I want to have that classic WoW experience with you bros, people who love the game, people who love classic WoW, and also with some new people who never played it before, people that we can help potentially learn from each other. And I fucking can't wait. I want to play on a PvP server That's, it's going to be me, my brother, Cargos, guys from Classic WoW Live, Egregious, Navik, potentially some other people that are really excited. I don't want to say their names quite yet because we're still talking about it. So potentially some big people here, guys, but not like Asmongold level stuff. So we don't have to worry about all that craziness. But are you guys making a guild? Yes, we are. We are, Colonel Palmiri. If you want to learn more about it, I highly recommend joining the Discord. I think the links are... Oh, they're not. Let me give you... But yeah, on any of our videos, you can join our Discord, find the links there. And we're going to be making 2 guilds. So one is going to be primarily like really hardcore PvE. Well, it's going to be really hardcore raiding. We're going to be raiding multiple nights a week. We're going to be doing a lot of PvP as well. So one of the guilds is going to be like really hardcore. The other one's going to be a little bit more casual. But we're going to be raiding on both of them. I think the names that we're going with for right now is Invictus and Invicta for the 2 guilds. Oh my god, Vomp. Vomp. Vomp, you're insane, Vomp. Vomp. Vomp with the $50.01. Vomp. Oh my god. Vomp, you got a hell yeah, brother. He says, what I miss, saw you streaming, so pumped on the drive home. Vomp, thank you so much, dude. Bob, we're just talking right now. Jesus, Vomp. You are a fucking legend, dude. I fucking love you. So we're talking a little about the Classic WoW news, talking about the spell batching a little bit. We got a little sidetracked just talking about, I mean, everything Classic WoW. Talking about the Bob, you are a fucking legend, dude. Dude, guys, if they continue going like Melderon and I, we're trying to make it so that like we can potentially just have our own thing going very soon. But like, you guys don't understand how much you guys like mean to my brother and I. Like, you guys 100% are the reason why we do this, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support. I mean, stuff like this, just you guys showing up to streams like this is beyond my wildest dreams. Like, we started this, I don't even, not even a couple years ago. Well, actually, Melderon started this before the announcement, before the Vanilla WoW announcement, just making like little videos just about our passion about this game, and it just grew into something so amazing. The people that we've met through doing this, Cargos, all the guys, everyone, it's just been so amazing, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough. It's just unbelievable. But well, that's Def and Mel pizza for a week when they live in the garage, living, not seeing any light. Dan Forbes, that's right, pizza for a week. Actually, dude, we had some pizza last night. We made what was that? Shit. We made the Red Baron. That shit's pretty good, dude. I like Red Baron pizza, dude. So look, what are you guys planning? What is your I think I asked this, but I wanted to know, like, what are you guys planning on like living on when you're doing that? Like the first week or two, dude, guys, I'm completely taking off from work for 2 weeks at least. I'm planning on at least hopefully being like level 40 something within the first 2 weeks. I don't know if I'll hit 60 by then. I would love to, but I don't think I will. Maybe, you never know. And I'm probably gonna be living on like literally cereal, pizza, and a lot of diet root beer. Dude, Red Baron is awesome. Isn't Red Baron good? I honestly like it better than any other frozen pizza. It's like kind of thin, it's crispy, it's good. I love it. Dane Sheeman says, the real question is, should I roll Horde with you guys or go Alliance so I can gank you? Dane, here's the thing, brother. If you want to go Alliance, you have to go Gnome Rogue, and you have to gank Cargos over and over again, okay? Otherwise, I would say play Horde with us. Well, I'm telling you right now, Dane, if you go ahead and gank Cargos, I will not interfere. I will let you gank him, and I will just sit there. But you have to play a Gnome Rogue, okay? And you have to call yourself I gank Cargos or something like that. I think it would be fucking hilarious. I'm going for 60 in the first week. No life. Dude, Atticus, that would be fucking awesome, dude. 60 in the first week. Oof. Done. Gnome Rogue gank videos for days. Dane, oh my god. I love it. I love it. Nobody tell Cargos, okay? Me and my manager are booking time off for Classic, just waiting for the dates. Dude, Dan, so your manager is that's great. I wish my boss was a WoW fan, dude. We would just shut down our whole place of work for like a week, which probably wouldn't be good because we give. No, we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. I'm gonna fill my freezer with some microwave rice dishes. They cost $4 a pop, and I can squeeze like 30 of them in there, and they fill the fridge with monster. Nice, Demolition. There you go. The Cargo's gang squad has been formed. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. This is gonna be... Oh my god. Dude. He's literally gonna be running around, like, flaring every 5 seconds. Like, flare, 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 flare. The funny thing is, well, you don't get flare until like level 30 something, right? So, I mean, you guys got him for those first few levels. Oh my god, dude. I can't wait, dude. Can you guys imagine, dude, when Classic comes out, we're going to have so much fucking fun. So much fun. My only goal is to get to 60 in the first 1 to 2 weeks. Then I want a main tank. Ooh. El Mustachio says, I had a level 70 Gnome Rogue in Wrath, and I used to gank level 80s. Good times. Dude, I remember that. I remember when people had, I think it was in Wrath, right? Where like level 70s, people made 70 rogues and ganked 80s. I could swear I remember other people doing that as well. It was like really weird, like in Wrath, in the early Wrath days, where like level 70s were actually killing level 80s. Oh my god, I had a level 70 Gnome Rogue in Wrath. Oh wait, I just read that. If you're going to gang Cargos, name yourself Cargo's Bane. That's a good one. There you go. Cargo's Bane. Or, yeah, something like that would be great. Food I will eat as norm, and I will have 5 minutes off every 2 hours to see light. 5 minutes off every 2 hours? Okay. I'm thinking like... So my plan is legit, guys. Like, the first couple days, I'm going to play 20 plus hours. I can do pretty good off like 4 hours of sleep. 4 hours of sleep. 20 hours a day. You know, the problem is I want to really try to level with... You know, like Cargos, Melderon. But if those guys aren't going to be on, I'm not going to stop. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stop. But we can group up once they get on, things like that. But I anticipate probably hitting 60 before Melderon. Maybe before Cargos. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm playing Priest. Priest really isn't that bad to level, honestly, guys. So here's my thing, right? If you know how to, like, level Priest, it's really not that bad. You put 5 points in Improved Wand. Then you start going down Shadow. Make sure you get that Spirit Tap. If you get yourself a good wand, and honestly, like a really good Spirit Gear. You need high Intel, high Spirit Gear, because if you have enough Spirit Gear, the Spirit Tap increases your Spirit regeneration by 100%. So if you have a lot of Spirit, you're getting a shit ton of regeneration. So a good amount of Intellect, a good amount of Spirit, and a good wand is really all you need. And I really actually love Priest leveling. I think it's pretty fun, honestly. I know you're just sitting there wanding and shit, but... So some cool things I like to do to conserve mana. If you're fighting one target, a lot of times I won't even use Power Word Shield. Just use Inner Fire. If I know it's going to be a lot of damage, I'll use a rank 1 Psychic Scream, because it's way less mana, and it still has the same effect. It just only fears 1 or 2 targets. So... the higher the rank of Psychic Scream, the more targets it fears. But if you're only fighting 1 or 2 people, you only need a lower rank of Psychic Scream. So by using Psychic Scream, it's a good way to then use any cast spells without because, again, a rank 1 Psychic Scream is way less mana than a Power Word Shield. So if you want to cast Mind Blast, Smite, whatever, Psychic Scream, rank 1, then you're able to free cast without worrying about any pushback. It's a little tip right there for you guys. Gnome Rogue named Zograk. But see, this gang squad stuff is awesome, though. I like what game nowadays actually has immersion like this. Nothing, absolutely, dude, nothing. BK says, in theory, you could take turns sapping Cargos and slow his leveling down to nothing. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Now that's griefing, though. That... Poor Cargos. I feel so bad now. Poor Cargos. All he ever wanted to do was make us guides, guys. In all honesty, though, um, he never should have said. He never should have talked bad about rogues like this. He kind of did it to himself. I love that guy, though. I mean, Cargos. In all honesty, guys, Cargos is one of the nicest people like I've met. Like, he has been so open into helping us into like, I mean, ever since we started collabing with Cargos, our channel has been just growing and growing and growing. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's so passionate about this game. I mean, he honestly, like, I feel like he's literally like a brother, and I just can't wait to play with people like this. And guys, like, you know, I mean, all of you guys in this chat right now, I feel like I know you guys. Like, spending time in here talking with you guys, I just can't wait to fucking play this game with you guys. It's gonna be fucking epic, dude. Holy shit. No, I know from experience, if I don't get at least 6 hours, I stop functioning. Yeah, 6 hours is like perfect. If you get 6 hours of sleep, I'm good. Maybe a little too personal question. Don't answer it if you don't want to. But did you ever do ecstasy? Relly, yeah. Relly, so, excuse me. A little bit of backstory, Relly. I personally have probably done, I've done a lot of drugs. Let's just say that. And I was an opiate addict for the most part. Heroin from the time I was about 19, 20. And I've been clean for the past 5 years, though. So I've been clean for 5 years. Haven't touched anything in 5 years. I don't drink. I don't do nothing. I'm completely clean. I started using from the time I was 13 till the time I was about 25. So, but ever since 5 years ago, January 24th, 5 years ago, I've been clean. So, but I've done a lot of stuff, man. And but WoW has been like a constant escape for me to get away from that shit. And to this day, I'm lucky enough to be able to make my passions to the things that I'm most passionate about in life, which is my recovery and helping people, and World of Warcraft. I've been able to actually focus my life around those two things. So I'm very fortunate in that way, and it really wouldn't be possible without you guys, honestly. So I got to thank you guys with that again. I know from experience, if I don't get elite, okay. What spec are you leveling for as priest? So I'm leveling disc shadow again. So it's going to be 5 points in disc, and then I'm going shadow. And a lot of people like to level disc as well. And if you're leveling in a group, you can still level disc and still do pretty well. But I personally like to level disc shadow, and I'll be healing the dungeons, no problem. You can heal without a doubt, no problem, as shadow in vanilla. Hell yeah, I'm booking 2 weeks off and smashing face all day to get to cap ASAP. Hell yeah, brother. My manager is in my guild, and he could not make raid time, and when we got into BWL, me and the guild got to Nax. Big tip if you have kids, wife, girlfriend, life stops at AQ 40. Ooh, Dan Forbes. That's a very good tip. Thank you for sharing that with us, brother. Demulgent, I'm sure it's not that easy, but I usually stream other games on Twitch, but I don't know if I want to stream in the first few days. I don't want to get camped. Atticus, you gotta hit me up in Discord with your or with your stream. I wanna check you out, brother. Hey, Defcamp chat, first time catching you live. Oh, awesome, Griffgar, welcome, brother. We're actually not gonna be on here too much longer. I have a meeting that I'm actually late for. But I just want to catch up to the chat. You guys need Alliance counterparts, so viewers playing Alliance have guild to follow and participate. BK, that's a pretty good idea, actually. If people are up to that, I would be down to maybe try to set some of that stuff up. Damn, glad to hear you're clean, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Siloa. How old are you? I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. 30-year-olds. Thank you, Harley. Congrats on being clean, my man. I've never drank or done any drugs, so I can't imagine the struggle you've been through, but I'm always here, and if you ever need... Thank you, brother. That means a lot, Atticus. You know what, guys? That is fucking awesome. You guys are really, really... Yeah, 5 years, brothers. Thank you. Thank you, Griffgar. What was the gateway drug? So, Temulgin, honestly, I started drinking and smoking pot when I was like 12 or 13. I broke my leg when I was 13, and I got prescribed Percocets, and that was like the first time I got the taste of an opiate. And by the time I was 15, 16, I was actually already hooked on Oxycontin. By the time I was 17, I already went to my first rehab. And honestly, that's when I got introduced to WoW. I was like 16, 17. And I got out of rehab, and I just spent a lot of time playing WoW. I had graduated high school. Luckily, I did. Barely. And off and on, I would get clean. I would relapse, get clean, relapse. I had a lot of bad instances. I had some other stuff I'll share with you guys in another time. Yeah, I was born in 88. Yep, born in 88, brother. I'm a year of the dragon. Had a lot of bad experiences in hospitals and psych wards, and went through this like drug-induced psychosis, which is a whole nother story I could share another time with you guys. It's a little crazy, but I don't mind sharing this stuff with you guys because honestly, it's part of who I am today, and I'm really open about it because I really am not ashamed of it, and it's just like who I am. So I don't mind sharing some of that stuff with you guys. Absolutely not. Especially if it can help someone else, I'm all about it. Okay, Skins, my recovery is from heroin. I was an IV heroin user. And I actually, so some of you guys know this. So I'm from Philadelphia, and heroin is a really big problem here. And not only heroin, it's now pretty much pure fentanyl and carfentanil, which is really, really dangerous because it has a really high overdose rate. And unfortunately, the thing that we use here, which is Narcan, to bring people back from overdoses, is not working anymore because it's so strong. I actually work in the field as well. I recently, within the last year, I became a certified recovery specialist, and I actually work in the field as a CRS, and that's what I do for a living. So that's why I like to, talk about this a little bit, because you never know if you might help somebody out. Be careful with cross-faction guilding; it's bannable. Yeah, that's true. It's true, Atticus. Thank you. Totally need a reminder about that. Yeah. And once you have AQ40 down, you will be doing all sorts of raids all the time over. It gets like 5 to 6 nights a week, though it should be only 3 to 4 max to get out the win. That's very true, Dan Forbes, dude. Like AQ40 and the guild we're in now, dude, they are raiding 4 or 5 nights a week easy. They have 20-man nights. They have, MC night, BWL night, AQ40 night. Then there's Cthulhu night to finish Cthulhu. It's a lot of time and investment, and then when Nax comes out, it's even crazier. So yeah, H and Kraken, that's actually both is what I was hooked on, Dan Forbes. H and that hard crack, whatever you want to call it. Used to be suicidal, and WoW helped me get through the bad days. El Mustachio, that's awesome to hear, dude. Like WoW really helped me out through the bad days too. Just being able to log on to WoW and talk to someone, not necessarily about what was going on with my life, but just being able to get out of my fucking head, right? Because my head was my own worst enemy. It really, really, really helped. And my brother, and I told you guys about this before, he was really, really supportive throughout all of this. My brother was literally like he was like my dad. My dad had really bad drug issues when I was younger too, and my mom and dad separated. It's actually in my family. My uncles were heroin addicts all over my family, and my brother was always been like that supportive figure. Always helped me. It was always there for me, and like WoW kept us together in that way too. So, Skins, can you still raid 2 to 3 nights a week and always have a spot in raids? Just want to have a life as well. Absolutely, yeah. You can still raid 2 to 3 nights a week, and that's why we're going to have our more casual guild as well, which is going to be like a 2 to 3 raid night guild. So absolutely. But like Dan Forbes said, when you want to be progressing and have the top gear and have the top everything, it is that life of raiding 4 or 5 nights a week in vanilla. Because the thing is, a lot of these raids stay relevant. A lot of people need to do MC to get gear, to get certain things, to get, if they're trying to get certain items, this, that, and the other, it's still relevant. So UK, they call it rock, yeah. Did you watch Breaking Bad, Def? Absolutely, Temujin. One of my favorite shows of all time, honestly. And El Mustachio, I want to say again, like that right there, the fact that this game can actually help that much in that part of your life is fucking amazing. Like, what other game can literally bring people out of a depression or bring people, out of danger from doing drugs and shit like that? Like, yeah, there are some other games, but for a fact 100%. It wasn't only because WoW is an addictive game and WoW kept me wanting to do that. It was the community of this game. It was the people that I met in my guild, the people that I met just doing stupid shit that I would talk to and that I felt accepted. Because the thing was, I didn't feel accepted in the real world. I didn't feel good about myself, but I could feel good about myself in this world, in Azeroth, and who I was there. And that was the beauty of it, right? We were all equal. We were all like together. It was just, I love it. I love it. 5, 6 nights. What is that? Did you? Yes. 5. Oh snap! Still going strong. What? Yeah, I should introduce my sister to WoW. She has a problem with drugs and has gone through several rehabs. Hey, Red Fire. I mean, it's a talk about supportive, like a supportive environment, dude. That's absolute. Oh, Crimson 28. Keep it up, Brohim. You get a hell yeah, brother. Thank you, Crimson 28, for the $9.99. Oh my God, guys, you guys are really, really doing. I mean, again, I can't thank you guys enough for this. This has been like a dream come true doing this with you guys. Thank you so much, Crimson 28, for the $9.99. Keep it up, Brohim. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I said I should introduce. Okay, yeah. So honestly, Redfire, like I was saying, that's honestly like, I know it might sound a little silly to some people, but the community in this game has really helped me a lot. Just being able to accept who I am, you know what I mean? Because like, dude, I'm a nerdy fucking guy. I like, Star Trek. I like fucking World of Warcraft. I like all this shit. And where else is it to be? It's like, it's amazing to be surrounded by people that are like you, right? To be surrounded by people that have things in common with you, that actually care about the things that you care about. And when you meet people in a guild that you care about, and you like actually start to see every day, like start to talk to every day, you get communications with them, you find yourself sometimes sharing things that you wouldn't share normally with people out in the real world, and it just has an effect on you. And for me, it had a really strong effect, and it really helped me a lot. I can't even begin to like explain how much this game has helped me throughout my life. It's really opened me up as a human being and allowed me to really kind of like look into myself and see what kind of person I want to be, and accept the things about myself that I didn't really accept. So, I mean, Redfire, wouldn't put it past it. You never know. Skin says, are there any good private servers out there right now we could test do a leveling on? I know of one at the moment. Yeah, Skins, actually, hit me up in Discord about that. I don't want to share it here. You never know who's listening, you know what I'm saying? Thanks again, Crimson, for that. Atticus says, this game helped me through a lot of breakups when I was younger. Very good point as well. And trying to explain to the girls that the only two things that are constant in my life are weights and WoW. They just don't get it. They just don't get it, brother. They just don't get it. A lot of people don't get it, man. But we do. The people here do. And that's what matters, right? Tamulja says, back when I had my first depression, it was pretty bad. I stopped eating and slept like 18 hours a day. Luckily, my mom drove over to see anything was up since I hadn't talked to her in 2 to 3 weeks. She dragged me out of my bed and shoved me in the car and drove me back to my parents' place. Wow. That's... Oh, dude. You love SG-1 too, Tamuljan? SG-1. I fucking love SG-1. I love a Stargate Atlantis. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I actually started watching that new show on fuck, I forget the name of it now. But I'm a huge sci-fi fan. Absolutely huge. TNG is the best. Dude, Next Generation. Actually, I fucking love Deep Space Nine, dude. Can I end in love for Deep Space Nine in here, brother? Come on. SG-1 is Ultra BIS. It is. Can we say the server name? I mean, yeah. It's not me, so yeah. You can say whatever you want, really. The Orville. No, was it the Orville or shit? It's not that new. It's on Amazon Prime. I forget the name of it. This is now a Star Trek stream. I love, yeah. I love you all too, Atticus. Dude. So I was watching SG Atlantis again, but okay, so DS9, dude. So DS9, think about DS9. Oh, Discovery. I was watching Discovery. Hold on. I gotta figure out the name of this real quick. I have it up somewhere in here. Discovery is, I have to start watching again. The only thing it's not on Netflix over here on the US. Apparently it's there in Europe, but it's not over here. So let me see. Prime. What was the name of that show? Shit, I can't remember now. Salvation, no. Oh, and any of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys are Battlestar Galactica fans, but I fucking love Battlestar Galactica as well. Any BSG fans here? I'm a Picard fan. I actually prefer Picard over Kirk as well. Orville is good. Yeah, I want to watch the Orville, dude. I'm really, yeah, Picard. I mean, I really do like Cisco as well. Discovery. I also love 24. Seems so many times. Oh, 24 is great. Yeah, I want to watch the Orville. So hold on, guys, one second. I'm gonna try to find the name of this one for you. So it's, I don't know why I can't remember it. All right, here we go. Shit. So, continue. Battlestar Galactica. Dude, I fucking love BSG. Extant. Because I thought it began with the E. Firefly was a great show. SG-1. SG Atlantis. Torchwood. Doctor Who. I'm a pretty big fan of Doctor Who, too. Honestly, I'm not. It's, they don't have it on here. They don't. Yeah. I'll figure it out next time, guys. I'm sorry. I have, like, a really bad memory. Probably because of what I've done in my head. But it's basically, okay, so let me, if some of you guys know what it's about, it's basically a sci-fi, but it all takes place in like our solar system. And there's like 3 factions. There's the Outer Ring, the Mars colony, and the people of Earth. And the Game of Thrones, oh, it sounds like Game of Thrones, right? I love Game of Thrones though, yes. And what the fuck is the name of it? God damn, this is crazy, dude. It's a really, really good show. I've only watched the first probably 3 episodes, but I'm like hooked on it now. And my brother and I have been watching it, trying to watch it as much as we can. Fuck, it begins with an E. God damn it. Fuck, this is killing me. You know what? I'll figure it out another time. The Expanse! Yes, The Expanse. The Expanse. Thank you to Mulligan. Thank you, Tommy Miller. The Expanse. That is it. That is it. The Expanse. Oh, I love Dune as well. So Dune was one of my favorite books. Honestly, one of my favorite books is Dune. The Expanse. Yes, guys. If you guys haven't checked out The Expanse, check it out. It's a pretty good fucking show, okay? Yes, The Expanse. Here it is. The Expanse. Okay. Whew. God, my fucking brain, dude. Book series by J.R.R. Martin's editor. Oh, is it really? Is Jordan Peele bringing back the Twilight Zone? Dude, is he? Get the fuck out of here. Where'd you hear that, Crimson? Oh, I love me some Dark Angel too. Dune is my mom's favorite, but dude, Dune is a very good book. I love Dune. Bro, if you like The Expanse, check out Dark Matter. Oh, I love Dark Matter. I love Dark Matter, Drift 46. I love Dark Matter, dude. It's like crazy how somebody must have like a lot of the similar tastes in shit, man. That's crazy. Expanse rocks at least the first 2 seasons. Okay, I've heard. Yeah, I don't know. I think what are there, like 3 seasons on? Yeah, there's 3 seasons on Prime. Okay. Yeah, Twilight Zone remake is confirmed. Oh shit, dude. Oh, I am really psyched for that. Oh, unfortunately, guys, I have to get in this meeting really quick. Okay, so plans for this weekend. Dune. Dune was a good RTS. Solid on the good. Okay. So plans for this weekend. Some of you guys said that you were down with this. I want to ask you guys as well. So plans are, I want to have a little bit of gameplay, but obviously it can't be on a private server. So what I want to do is, I don't currently have a retail account, but I do have a shitload of gold on him. I'm going to do whatever I got to do with the gold to get on that character. I'm going to go inside the Molten Core, and we're going to go into the Molten Core and do like a deep dive, talk about the Molten Core, talk about the raid, talk about my experiences in it, talk about a lot of the cool shit, the lore, that kind of stuff. If you guys are down with that, I mean, come and check us out on this weekend. I'm going to give it a shot this weekend, see how it goes. I really don't want to, like, I'm not going to give them money for retail, so I'm going to do it with gold, because I got like I got a shitload of 2 million gold. Is that a lot of gold? 2 million gold over there, something like that. So yeah, it's basically going to be just me over in Molten Core, not like doing anything, just going in there, doing a deep dive, talking about the raid, talking about all the great times I had in there, talking about the lore, all that cool shit, and then we can also just chat like this as well. But so that will be this weekend, probably on Saturday. I will definitely give you guys a heads up in the Discord. But once again, guys, I just want to say, I love you guys so fucking much. I mean, I've never felt so connected to like people like this. It's just being able to talk to you guys, have all this shit in common. It's so fucking cool. I love each and every one of you. Thank you everyone who donated. Thank you everyone who showed up today. You guys really seriously have made my day today, and I love each and every one of you. So until next time, guys, this is Defcamp signing off. Peace. I'll see you next time, guys, here in Azeroth. Love yous. Peace, brothers.